sit still. Hot dogs and a cold chill. We go wild just for the thrill. Cheerleaders doing their dance, crowd in a football trance. Friends and beers in every hand, living life like we planned. Let's step and go. We won't slow down in this wild football show. Let's step and go. We'll make some noise in this big crowd we know.
Good morning, Football Nation. My name is Santino, and welcome to another morning overseas game, everyone. I will be covering the first game of the day, and you will have Mario Manuel for the remainder. We are in for a phenomenal day of football. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Robert. What's up, y'all? Earth Citizen, Michael, Marco, and family. Angela, 205 Wild Action. Good morning. We got some pre-games to go over. We got an NFC North Minnesota Vikings matchup against the AFC North Cleveland Browns today. Yeah, Mario is still waking up, but that's all right, y'all. He's up late last night doing an MLB game. If you guys weren't there, he did the Mariners and the Tigers. We're doing MLB playoffs right now, and we have a lot of action. Lots of action. We're keeping busy. We got tons of football. We got MLB, and eventually we'll also have playoff basketball. All right, guys, are we ready to get into the pregame? Because I know I am. I got it all set up. I got some statistics to go over. We got some drive charts, and we got plenty of stuff to go over, guys. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. In case you guys didn't know, Dillon Gabriel is going to be making the start for the first time for the Cleveland Browns. He's going to be the first ever QB to make a first start on an international game, which is exciting. Could you imagine the first time you play in front of millions of people is in a country you don't even know? It's going to be crazy, guys. He's in London for the first time starting for the Browns. Speaking of the Browns, I have their offensive and defensive stats behind me. Let's go over the offense real quick. For the majority of the season, Joe Flacco has been starting as QB, and that has led us to this 14 points per game, which is 31st in the league, which is awful, guys. Less than 16 points a game over the course of the first 4 games of the year. That's really bad as a start. Thankfully, their defense has made up, as you guys remember from that Green Bay game. They absolutely upset the whole league, you know. What could have been maybe the upset of the year even. We'll see. We'll see. The Cowboys did something similar too as well. But here we go, y'all. 14 points per game, averaging only 279.8 yards per game, which is going to put them at 27th in the league. 4.2 yards per play, 29th in the league. The offense is not there yet for the Browns, and they're hoping Dillon Gabriel has the ability to turn this around. They have the weapons, y'all. They got Jerry Jeudy, who's yet to find the end zone for some reason. The only actual wide receiver who has scored on the Browns is now on the injured reserve list. Tillman, 2 touchdowns for the year, isn't even playing. The only other person that's gotten a receiving touchdown is their backup running back. So we'll see. Maybe Jerry Jeudy finds the end zone for the first time. I want to see it. I know you guys want to see it. I'm a Vikings fan, but Jerry Jeudy's a little stud, you know? He's a good guy. I like Jerry Jeudy. Third down efficiency, 37.7%, puts him about a little bit past the middle of the pack, 24th first in the league. Need to get those stats up. Maybe Dillon Gabriel's the secret we didn't know about. We'll see. We'll see. However, red zone efficiency, when they do get in the red zone, which based off this point statistic is not a lot, they do hit there about 66% of the time, which is 2/3 of the time, which is solid. Above halftime is the way to go. What's up, Mason and Madison? Danny, 49ers 2025. You think the Browns got this? Defense is going to shut down the Vikings offense, which is very possible, seeing as how the Vikings offense is missing the majority of their offensive line. But we will go over that in a second, don't you worry. Defensively, the Browns are giving up 25.5 points per game. Could be a little better, obviously a little bit past middle of the pack, but they are doing pretty well on the defensive side, as you can see right here. Yards per game, only giving up 222.5 points per game. That's incredible. Keeping someone under 250 for the first 4 games of the year, and they have not had an easy schedule, in case you forgot. Yards per play, only 4.1 yards per play. Defense is breaking down the offense. Myles Garrett, already 4 sacks on the year, averaging 1 sack per game. Better watch out, guys. Browns defense is here. Third down efficiency, they are giving up quite a bit. Third down and red zone efficiency, going to mark them in that 28th percentile. 75% from the red zone, 44.8% third down. But we'll see, guys. We will see how they figure it out here. I know, man. I know. Here we go, guys. Here is your Browns offense for the day. Let's go right into it. We got Dillon Gabriel, first starter of the year. He has played in 2 different games. In the Baltimore game, he came in during garbage time, went 3 for 3 with a touchdown. Hopefully he can increase that touchdown rate. Quinshon Judkins, a stud at running back. Missed the first game or 2 in this year. However, he is here. He is playing. He is averaging about 4.8 yards a rush, 237 rush yards so far, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Judkins is leading their offense now that Tillman is out. Moving on to the wide receivers, guys. We have Jerry Jeudy, who, like I said, has yet to find the end zone. He has been, the majority of the Browns wide receivers have been shut down for the majority of the year. Jerry Jeudy currently 13 receptions, 182 yards on the year, which is 49th. 0 touchdowns. It's not good yet, but it could get better today, seeing as the Vikings defense is missing Van Ginkel, one of their mid-zone big guys. Big guys. Isaiah Bond is going to be your second wide receiver for the Browns. Isaiah Bond, and your third wide receiver is going to be Jamari Thrash. David Njoku starting at tight end. However, we have been seeing a lot of Harold Fannin Jr. They are doing like split reps right now. Harold Fannin being the newest guy for the Browns. He could eventually be taking over that mid-range passer area that Njoku excels at. We've seen Njoku over the past, 5 years now, just consistent. Njoku, I got him in every fantasy league for the past, 3 years. I always target him. I get him in like the 8th, 9th round because he's not that all-star tight end, but he's always there for me when I need him. Harold Fannin Jr., I'm expecting he's been getting a little more passes than Njoku, unfortunately, which caused me to drop Njoku, but that's mine. That's my fantasy. You guys don't care about my fantasy. We're here for the stats. Cam Robinson, he's going to be your left tackle today. Joel Bitonio, I like that name, is going to be left guard. At center, we got Ethan Pochik. At right guard, we have Wyatt Teller. And right tackle, Jack Conklin. Shout out to the Browns O-line. They're going to be putting up a fight against this Vikings defense that loves to blitz, y'all. Vikings love to blitz, and we're going to see if Dillon Gabriel can handle that pressure. We're going to see if Dillon Gabriel can handle the pressure. Browns defense, guys. Browns defense. One of the best defenses in the league, if not the best defense currently in the league. Big man right here, y'all, Myles Garrett. He's going to be the man to watch today. Myles Garrett is averaging 1 sack a game by himself. Not shared sacks, 1 sack a game, just Myles Garrett. He's going to be facing off against Christian Darrisaw, which is one of the few healthy members of the offensive line on the Vikings. However, we'll see how it goes. I'm expecting to be a little worried the majority of the game from the Browns defense. Over here at your left defensive tackle, we have Malik Collins. Right defensive tackle, I got Mason Graham. And right defensive end, we have Isaiah McGuire. Now for your mid-range, for the linebackers, I got Jerome Baker, Carson Schwessinger, what a name, Devin Bush. For your 2 cornerbacks, I have Denzel Ward and Greg Newsome Jr. I believe Denzel Ward and Grant Delpit have both received an interception this year. They're currently leading the defense with that pass block, y'all. Grant Delpit, the strong safety over here. Right over here. Sorry, as I get my bearings, the left and right on here are reversed. And then Ronnie Hickman, guys, is going to be your free safety. All right. And now we're going to go on over to the Vikings. My Vikings, y'all. I think they're going to get the win today, personally. Obviously, that's biased. It's extremely biased. However, they are currently 4-0 in London. That's pretty solid. Undefeated overseas in London, phenomenal. Last week they were 4-0 overall internationally. However, Ireland did not treat them as well as I would have liked to on the offensive side of thing, getting sacked, I don't know, like 4 times. Carson Wentz got wrecked yet last week against the Steelers, and they could not stop him. Turnovers were a bit worse than I would have liked. But anyways, let's hit the offense. 25.5 points per game for the Vikings. That's 10th in the league, a little better than middle of the pack. 294 yards per game. They're trying to figure it out, guys. We got substituted QBs. J.J. McCarthy's still out. They're expecting to see him back after the bye next week. So maybe we'll see J.J. McCarthy action. Week 7, I know we're still hoping J.J. McCarthy is the secret to the QB problems that the Vikings have had thus far. Although Carson Wentz showing up when we need him to. 5.2 yards per play, y'all. They're keeping it a little worse than average. 5.2 yards per play. It still does the job, but we want to see that higher, especially with passes, because this is averaging total. 30.6% from third down. 30th in the league. That's bad, y'all. That's really bad. We need to pull it together when it comes to third downs. We need to continue this drive. If you continue moving those chains, then you're probably going to win the game, you know. You hold the ball, you run it, you waste the clock, you score the touchdowns, and when it comes to red zone efficiency, 61.5% is decent. It's almost exactly middle of the pack. Vikings currently ranked 17 in the league according to the NFL Power Rankings, which could go either way. Defensively, obviously, is going to be where the Vikings have been their strongest this year. Points per game allowing only 20, which is decent, little better middle of the pack. Yards per game, 281.8, which obviously has nothing against the Browns, is 222. Giving up 60 more yards, but those are, of course, against better teams that are offensively. We'll see last week Aaron Rodgers had a field day with the Vikings defense, but it's all right. It's all right. Yards per play, 4.9 they're giving up, which is 11th in the league. Third down efficiency and red zone efficiency, they currently are rated 6th. 33.3% defensively, which means they are only letting people get that first down when it comes to third downs 1/3 of the time. 2 out of 3 times, they stop that drive, they end it there, they get the ball back, force the punt. Red zone efficiency, they are making sure that teams are not scoring when it comes to that red zone more than 50% of the time. You reach the red zone, flip a coin, flip it a few more times, Vikings are probably going to stop you. According to the stats, though, we'll see. We'll see, guys. Your Vikings offense is behind me. Here we go, guys. Starting QB for the Minnesota Vikings is going to be Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, who is currently 4 touchdowns on 523 passing yards. 523 is 30th in the league, and 4 touchdowns is 23rd in the league. Not phenomenal. He has thrown 2 interceptions already over the course of 2 games, which isn't great. And I do believe after the first 2 weeks of him playing, he's been sacked 9 times. 9 times the offensive line for the Minnesota Vikings has allowed Carson Wentz to get sacked in just 2 games. They need to pull it together, but unfortunately, I don't know if today is going to be the day where they do, because we are missing a lot. Jordan Mason, your starting running back, who has been doing pretty darn good, y'all. He's been doing pretty darn good. 56 carries, 271 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging about 4.8 yards per carry. He's moving the ball, you know, like Jordan Mason, we weren't 100% would do the job after Aaron Jones went down earlier in the year. By the way, he is expected back, give or take, week 8. We do have Xavier Scott behind Jordan Mason, and if worse comes to worse, we can always throw out Cam Akers, if you didn't know, is the 3rd string running back for the Minnesota Vikings. Cam Akers on the back end, just in case we need him. Wide receivers for the Minnesota Vikings. You guys know him. We got Justin Jefferson. Jettas, y'all. Justin Jefferson is having a decent year thus far. 22 receptions. On those 22 receptions, he has gained 326 receiving yards, which is currently 7th in the league. Justin Jefferson, 7th in the league on receiving yards, 1 touchdown, averaging about 14.8 yards per reception. Pretty decent for Justin Jefferson. Pretty decent. Yeah, he's having a good year. And it's surprising given how the Vikings have been performing. He hasn't had a consistent QB since the beginning of the year. In case you forgot, last week was also Jordan Addison's first game back. One game. These are his stats on the one game. 4 receptions. On 4 receptions, he got 114 yards. Wow. Averaging 28.5 yards per reception. That's 3rd in the league. Obviously, a small statistical base for Jordan Addison since it was just the one game. But we're hoping to see some more action from Addison. Obviously, we have Jalen Naylor as your 3rd, and we do have Adam Thielen right behind those 3. Little magic hands and magic gloves action. All right, TJ Hockenson is going to be your starting tight end, but let's get to this O-line, which is what I am most worried about today. The Vikings O-line currently missing 60% of the starters. 60%. The only 2 starters you have today are Christian Darrisaw, which is a stud. Last week was his first game back after being injured. And then your right guard, Will Fries, will be your other main starter. Everyone else currently out. Everyone else. For your left guard, it's actually going to be Donovan Jackson. They've been making some changes. Oh, wait, no, my apologies. It's going to be Blake Brandel. It's going to be Blake Brandel right here. Joe Huber is actually not going to be starting according to this. Vikings offensive line has been thrashed. The center right here is not going to be Blake Brandel. It's actually going to be Vershawn Lee, which is their emergency center. Starting center, backup center, backup center. All out. All out. This guy, I don't think he's ever played a snap in the league. And he's going to be snapping the ball all day. He's going to be snapping the ball all day. So you got Christian Darrisaw. You got Blake Brandel at your left guard position. You have Vershawn Lee at your right guard position. Will Fry is your other starter. And then at your right tackle, it's going to be Justin School. Justin School. Or Skoll, as I like to say. Justin Skoll. Justin Skoll. Defensively, we are majority healthy outside of missing one player, going to be Andrew Van Ginkel. Instead of Van Ginkel, we will be having Dallas Turner. But let's get in. I got Jonathan Allen at your left defensive end. Nose tackle, Jalen Redmond, who is currently leading the team in defensive sacks. Jalen Redmond currently leading the team in defensive sacks. Javon Hargrave, stud out there. We got Jonathan Greenard, Eric Wilson, and Evon Pace Jr. as your starters. And, of course, we have Dallas Turner, who is subbing in for Van Ginkel, who is hopefully going to be back soon. There's not an exact projection on that, but I'm hoping that they have a little bit more clarity soon enough. Soon enough. All right, now we have Isaiah Rodgers and Byron Murphy Jr. as your starting cornerbacks. And for your safeties, we have Joshua Metellus and Harrison Smith. Vikings defense, for the most part, is healthy, so they're going to be trying to keep up that defensive pace, slow down the Browns, whose offense has yet to break out this year, but we'll see how they do with Dylan Gabriel. Speaking of the Browns quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, guys, Dylan Gabriel, in case you didn't know, the Browns have gone through 9 QBs since 2022, since the departure of Baker Mayfield, y'all. Since the departure of Baker Mayfield, they've had Case Keenum starting. They've had Nick Mullins starting. Jacoby Brissett starting. Deshaun Watson, Dorian Thompson Jr., P.J. Walker, Joe Flacco. A couple years ago, 2023, he had a few starts. And then this year as well, he's had a few starts, but once again, he's going to be getting back on the bench. Joe Flacco has not been doing it for the Browns since he has not found the end zone many times. Jeff Driscoll started for the Browns. Jameis Winston started for the Browns. In case you didn't know, Bailey Zapp also started for the Browns. That is a lot of QBs, and this is only in the past 3 years. However, Dylan Gabriel, the stud from Oregon, who killed it in his last season there, is going to be making the start today. In case you guys didn't know, in his last season, his only season at Oregon, and last season in college football, he threw for 3,857 passing yards for 30 touchdowns. Obviously, this is against a nowhere near as strong a defense, of course, the professional Minnesota Vikings. However, the guy's a stud. He looks good. and he's got the ability to make some space out in open field and run the ball as well. The guy's got legs. He had 7 rushing touchdowns during that same season on 150 rushing yards. It's pretty legit, y'all. However, this year he has only had 4 plays, I believe. He's 3 for 4 on the year for four attempts at a pass, 19 passing yards. He did get 1 touchdown during that game against Baltimore. So he's going to be at a 75% completion rate. Obviously, these stat lines don't mean too much at the moment because the sample space is basically unexistent. He's going to be making the sample space today. He'll see how he does against a decent middle-of-the-pack defense. Carson Wentz in his first 2 games, week 3, week 4, 523 passing yards, 16 rushing yards, 4 total touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Don't love that. 66.7% completions. If he's passing 660%, then he's the best QB in the league. I don't even know if that's possible. 9 sacks in the first 2 games. And unfortunately, that number's probably going to go up today, y'all. Myles Garrett, I really hope, doesn't have a field day, but he's set up to have a field day today. And it's going to be scary. Pass rating at 98.2. Minnesota Vikings, y'all. Carson Wentz leading the team currently for the Minnesota Vikings till J.J. McCarthy gets back. Between the Vikings and the Browns, in case you didn't realize, the Vikings are currently leading the series 12-5 over the course of time. They've played 17 times since they've been around in the NFL, which isn't tons, but the Vikings are currently leading it. We'll see how it goes, y'all. Vikings 4-0 in London, and they're looking to make it 5-0, 5-1 internationally. Browns trying to get that W over them. It's going to be rough for the Vikings offense, I think. What do you guys think? How we doing in the chat, y'all? Let me check in, guys. How are we doing? What's up, TM Martin? Robert, Zamora, thank you, Val and her crazy good life for that 99-cent super chat. I appreciate it. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. What's up, Jack Dandridge? I'll be here with you, Mario. We're glad you enjoyed the show, man. God bless indeed. Rev PG Escredu. Whoa. NFL should give the Vikes a bonus win for spending all that time there. And in case you didn't know, after the Vikings loss in Ireland, they went to London, and they've spent this entire week there. They've been hanging out in London, getting acclimated. They're not jet lagged. They are fresh, guys. They are fresh, and it makes sense. This is the first ever time an NFL team has played 2 consecutive games back-to-back in weeks internationally in NFL history and during the regular season. This is history. This is history for 2 reasons. Dylan Gabriel making the start, first time internationally. Vikings, back-to-back consecutive games overseas. We do have NFL history today, and that's the second week in a row we have NFL history. In case you didn't know, last week the Vikings played the first ever game in Ireland, Dublin, Ireland. But we're not talking about Ireland because I don't want to remember the Steelers roughing them up. That was no fun. No fun, guys.
Go Browns, says the Joker.
Go Browns, says the Joker. Earth Citizen saying, Santino, let's effing go. Let's effing go, Earth Citizen. I'm ready. We are 7 minutes away from game time, y'all. Are you ready for a Sunday full of football? Because we got games. We got games. In fact, let's head on over to the games we plan on covering today. Where is that one? Head to head. Here we go. Weekly matchups. Here we go, guys. Obviously, if you didn't catch it, Mario did cover this Rams 49ers game. And what a game that was, y'all. What a game that was. Went to OT. I thought it was going to be another tie. But they said no. I am covering this game right here, the Vikings and the Browns. Immediately after this game, Mario Manuel will be live right here with the Dallas Cowboys. And you better be prepared because that chain's going to be there. There's going to be a lot of bling in the vision. Hopefully you can ignore it because it's a lot. But Cowboys and Jets, that should be a decent game. I imagine the Cowboys take the W, but the Cowboys have been playing very erratically.
2 struggling teams.
I don't know. It's two struggling teams. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how that game goes. It should be a good game either way. Maybe a shootout even. Maybe Justin Fields runs all over the field. I don't know. We're going to see how that game goes. Later on, of course, we do have the Buffalo Bills. Oh, that is the prime time. What's the other game? Oh, right here. My bad. It wasn't highlighted in green, but we do have the green time. After that Dallas Cowboys and New York Jets game, we have the Washington Commanders versus the LA Chargers. This is going to be one heck of a game, y'all. I'm excited for this game. I hope both teams have offensive performances of the year. That's what I like to see, man. I want to hear us yell touchdown at least 20 times today. Obviously, that's asking a lot, but it should be cool. Then you got the Bills, the undefeated Bills against the Patriots. Bills should take that game. Bills working on a pretty easy schedule this year, and right now they are looking like the team to beat, rated top 2 in the league. We'll see how that goes. And then Monday night, of course, we do have the Kansas City Chiefs against the Jacksonville Jaguars, which should be a pretty decent game. Kansas City Chiefs have been very hit or very miss. They're not having their greatest year, but they're looking to turn that around. Jacksonville Jaguars trying to get off the ground and start killing it. Trevor Lawrence, man. Trevor Lawrence is trying to get his team back in the playoffs. I want to see the Jacksonville Jaguars do a little more this year. I really do. I really, really do. Alrighty, y'all. We got 4 minutes until kickoff. They're showing Dylan Gabriel on the screen right now. He had 63 college starts during his college football, which is the most ever. 63 college starts because he played at, I believe, 3 or 4 different colleges, finishing off his college career at Oregon Ducks. Pretty nice, pretty nice. How we doing, guys? Who do we think's going to win this game? Do you guys think the Browns are going to go overseas and take out the Vikings, who's been there all week? We're coming off a 0-1 start to their international series. Personally, I don't think the Vikings can go home with their heads held high if they go internationally and lose 2 games back-to-back. If they lose this, they're set up for a pretty rough return to the States afterwards. Shameful, you know? You don't want to see that. Browns, I want to see Dylan Gabriel aired out. I want to see Dylan Gabriel. I think he's going to get 1 rushing touchdown. I really do. And I want to see Jerry Jeudy get his first touchdown of the year. Destructicron saying Vikings will win. It's the Browns. The Browns did beat the Packers, though.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
So, I don't even know what that means anymore, man. At the beginning of the year, I would 100% agree with you. The first 2 games of the year. They beat the Packers, man. Like, what? Head-to-head defense. I don't think I hit the head-to-head defense. I only did the head-to-head QB. We still got more stats, y'all. Head-to-head defense. If I don't hit all the stats, don't worry. We have plenty of time, guys. I'm going to hit all the stats today. You better believe it. Vikings defense, currently 7th in the league, allowing 281.8 yards per game. Rushing yards is going to be where they're having the majority of their issues. 24th in the league, giving up 130.3 yards per game. That's too many rushing yards, y'all. We cannot be giving up that many rushing yards. Quinton Judkins, though, might be taking advantage of that statistic. We will see. Passing yards is when they've excelled. Passing yards and yards after the catch is where they've been excelling on the defensive side of things. 151.5 yards is all they're allowing, which is just 21 more yards than the rushing, which is a pretty cool statistic because passing yards are usually way above the rushing yards. Way above, because it's easy to air it out and catch an 80-yard reception. Well, not easy, but easier than an 80-yard run. That's for dang sure. They are currently at 7 turnovers forced for the year, which is 4th in the league. So they are getting that ball back. Defense is doing their job and giving the offense another chance. And then 11 sacks on the year, which is tied for the Browns. 11 sacks on the year, 4 of which were from the man, Myles Garrett himself. They have only forced 2 turnovers, however, which is a little unexpected given the statistics that they have been putting up. These 2 right here are the big ones, guys. Yards allowed per game, 222.5, shutting teams down, especially in the run game. Only 70.3 rushing yards is what they're allowing per game. What? Jordan Mason has to figure it out. Maybe avoid the left side, but that's where his healthy players are, so It's going to be a tough one, guys. We are about a minute away from kickoff. Oh, baby. We got the anthems going on. We got passing yards allowed per game right here, 152.3 from the Browns. That is not where they're excelling on defense. It's the rush defense, but it's still middle of the pack. They're doing a decent job. Speaking of the rushing comparison, y'all, rough on the Browns, guys. Look at this. 30th, 27th, 27th. It's red across the board just about, outside of rushing touchdowns, which is 0.8, but that's a skewed stat for the beginning of the year. Rushing yards per game, 84.8. They got to up these numbers. And with Judkins in the game now, missing the first 2 games of the year, I believe it was, he is doing pretty decent getting that statistic up. Rushing attempts per game, 23. Yards per attempt, 3.7, which is just enough to get that first down marker, but they are airing it out more than they are passing it. 30.3% rushing is going to be their main statistic. And then rushing yards per game on the Vikings side of things is 109.3, doing a little better with Jordan Mason back there. We have 24 rushing attempts per game, which middle of the pack once again. You would think that the Vikings are doing better on the receiving side of things, but they're not, and I will show you that slide as well. Yards per attempt, 4.6. That's a good average. 4.6 yards per run is a way to win the game every week. Same amount rushing touchdowns per game, 0.8, and they a little more percentages on the rushing side of things. Oh, baby. Looks like they're lining up for the kickoff here, guys. Are we ready? Eat Game saying where the OG at. Mario will be here immediately after this game. However, Mario is not a morning person. I'm the morning guy. Normally, I'm the back end, but I'm also the morning guy. I woke up at 6, had my coffee, got to Mario's house at 7, and now we're live. Live in San Antonio, Texas for the first game of Sunday. Are you guys ready for Week 5 NFL Sunday? Because I am, and so are the Vikings and the Browns as they are about to finish lining up for the kickoff. Oh, baby. Let's get over to our drive chart and stats so we can start this game up. I am going to be attempting to use this scoreboard by myself for the first time, guys. See if I can keep up the multitasking. I'm going to try to keep you all entertained. I'm going to try to call every single play we have. Vikings lining up to kick the ball off. Browns will be receiving the ball to begin the game. They will be receiving the ball to begin the game. And here we go. And the kick has been made. The Browns are going to be receiving the ball at about, it actually looks like it's going to go out of bounds.
Oh, God.
First kickoff of the day. It's going to go out of bounds before the end zone. So the Browns are going to be in phenomenal field position to start today. They're going to be in phenomenal field position to start the day. We're going to get these drive charts and stats, get it ready for you guys, and we are a go, y'all. Browns about to line up for the first play of the game. We got Dylan Gabriel, first start. Quentin Judkins with him. Oh, baby. Danny Williams and William Biddle. You're going to do fine, man. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Here we go, guys. Dylan Gabriel in the shotgun formation. Quentin Judkins by his side. We got 3 receivers left. And here we go. They hand it off to Quentin Judkins, who's trying to find an open space in the middle, and he couldn't. Bears it off to the right side and gets tackled about 3 yards out, and that's going to go down as a 3-yard gain. We are now 2nd and 7 at the Browns' 44-yard line. And we have action, guys. The clock is rolling. They are lining back up once again in the shotgun formation. And it looks like there is going to be a flag on the play, according to my TV. Could be a false start. But Quentin Judkins going to get the handoff yet again for another 2 or 3 yard gain. Let's see what this flag is, y'all. Let's see what this flag is. Let me stop this clock and get it back up to tempo. Offsides on the offense. Holding on the offense. My apologies, y'all. Holding on the offense.
That came way too fast to be
Holding as the offense. That was an interesting call because the flag was out before the play was snapped, and they let them snap the ball. They just wanted to see Judkins get tackled, I guess. I don't know. That was rude of the refs, in my opinion. Let's start this clock and get it back up to pace. Anyways, we are now at 2nd and 16, guys. 2nd and 16. The clock is hot. The clock is hot. We're back in the shotgun formation. Judkins by the side. We got motion spinning around. They fake the pass off the right side, send it up the middle. It's going to be a nice little gain. It looks like David Njoku is going to get about a 14-yard gain. What a beautiful pass. Very nice on the Browns, getting those yards back after that holding call. Very nice. So we're going to be moving into about a 3rd and 2 is what it looked like. Let me see for the update. It's going to be about a 3rd and 2. Browns trying to move these chains and get their offense rolling. Dillon Gabriel on his first pass of the year as a starter. It's going to be 3rd and 3, guys. 3rd and 3. Clock is still hot. Browns at the 47-yard line. Dillon Gabriel under center. Fakes the handoff. Looks left. Looks center. Airs it out, and it's going to be an incomplete pass from Dillon Gabriel, bringing up a 4th down. Bringing up 4th down. And that is going to stop the clock at about 13 minutes and 8 seconds. 13 minutes and 8 seconds. And the Browns are going to punt. They are lining up the punt team to send the ball over to the Minnesota Vikings. Let me get rid of that flag. There ain't no flag right now. It was just that one flag, y'all. It was that one holding call. My apologies. 4th and 3. The Browns are going to punt the ball, and they're going to send it deep into the Minnesota Vikings side of the field, and they're going to signal a fair catch at about the 7-yard line. Minnesota Vikings going to be taking possession at the 13-minute and 1-second marker, and this will be the first possession for the Minnesota Vikings in London this year. Carson Wentz getting the start, currently 30 for 46. Currently 30 for 46. All right, we got first down. First down, y'all. Go to what? Bang. Bang. There's the drive chart. All right, drive chart. Vikings. Carson Wentz under center. 1st and 10 on their own 8-yard line. And he's going to hand it off to Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason jukes right. Going to get a big yard gain, and that looks like it's going to be a first down. We'll wait for that confirmation, but it looks like a 10-yard gain from Jordan Mason running out that right side. They're calling it a 9-yard gain. Oh, so it is going to bring up a 2nd down. 2nd down and 1 is what it's going to look like, guys. 2nd down and 1. Let me get this clock rolling. Let me get this clock rolling. Here we go. 2nd and 1. Carson Wentz in the shotgun formation. He's going to hand it off to Jordan Mason again. He's going to go right up the middle, and that's going to be an actual Minnesota Vikings first down. First down. That's the first down of the game, baby, from the Minnesota Vikings out here in London. We're in London, y'all. Overseas international games this year are aplenty, in case you didn't know. This is the most international games ever in the NFL for one season. I think there's seven international games this year. Vikings lining up after that first down. Carson Wentz in the shotgun formation. Mason to his left. They take the snap. He's looking right. He's looking left. He passes it to TJ Hockenson on a little screen. He's going to get blockers everywhere. Blockers, and they're going to push that all the way again for a 9-yard gain. Vikings showing up. The Vikings are showing up today, y'all. Coming in hot and aggressive. They are rested and ready for vengeance overseas after that big loss last week. Hockenson with a 9-yard gain right there. Ooh, baby. Vikings are on a 2nd and 1 with 11 minutes and 16 seconds of the first quarter. They're going to be on their own 31. Carson Wentz under center. 2 backs behind him. Fakes the handoff. Passes to the right side. It's going to be Justin Jefferson for about a 12-yard gain, and that's going to be another Minnesota first down. All right. All right, Vikings. Here we go. 1st and 10, Minnesota. 1st and 10. Justin Jefferson with a nice play right there. He motioned behind Carson Wentz and then gets wide open on the right side of the field and gets plenty of yards. Plenty of yards before he gets knocked down. 1st and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings at their own 42-yard line. They're going to try to keep moving these chains, y'all. Carson Wentz in the shotgun formation. 1 receiver left, 2 right with 1 back. Takes the hike, looks left, airs it out. He's going to send it to Justin Jefferson. Ooh, with a really good attempt at trying to make the play. Justin Jefferson, the ball comes bouncing off his hands. He wanted a pass interference call is what it looked like right there. He wanted a pass interference. That's strong defense from the Browns. I don't think it. I think Justin Jefferson kind of just ran into him, but tight defense. I believe that was Denzel Ward playing defense on him, doing a good job covering Jay Jettas to stop his 2nd reception. Let me get this clock right, y'all. 10 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the 1st quarter. 2nd and 10. The Vikings are going to hand it off to Jordan Mason, who's going to punch it up the middle. Oh, and he dropped it. The ball's on the ground. There's a pile. We're waiting currently to see the possession. Oh, no. Jordan Mason ran it right up the middle. Got about a 3-yard gain before getting struck, and the ball bounces. There's a pile right now. There's a pile. Refs waving. It looks like the Browns are going to recover the ball. It looks like the Browns are going to recover the ball. Just going to make it so that's their 3rd turnover of the year is what it looks like. Yep. Oh, yeah, that's a fumble without a doubt. Didn't even look like someone knocked it out. Oh, Mason, you cannot do that, man. You cannot do that. And that is going to be a turnover. Browns going to be taking the ball here in just a minute in the Vikings territory early in the game. We're only 5 minutes into the 1st game of today, guys. We've already had a punt, a fumble. Football's on. We got Sunday football, y'all. Sunday football. How we doing? We are currently in a commercial break. How y'all doing, man? Paper Plane saying, Santino, come on, man. What's up, man? How we doing, Paper Plane? Edgar Vasquez saying no mistake. Oh, that was a pretty bad mistake pretty early on. Clem Vincent, not a Browns fan, but anytime Minnesota can lose, I'm for it. Well, not what I love to hear, Clem, but after last week, it's not looking great. Their offense is currently a wreck, and that's not a good start. What did you say? Yeah, of course. Oh, Mario's going to set up our Super Chat thing, our new Super Chat feature. So now you guys can see what I'm talking about. Dwayne Williams saying it's all on Dylan. Good field position. Let me see. It's not scrolling. Hey, there we go. There we go. Gino and Joseph. Browns have had a top 5 defense for 5 years, and they're keeping that statistic up, man. They're keeping that statistic up. They're doing phenomenal this year. They beat the Packers. They already got a fumble recovery within 5 minutes of this game. Colin saying, love the coverage. Please control your volume. Too extreme. We're loud here, man. If you think I'm loud, wait till Mario gets on here. That man's got vocal cords, y'all. And if you don't like singing, you're going to have to get over it because that man will sing you all the way to the end zone. Bama and Philippines. LOL, William. Bama's a lot of people on our bandwagon. We don't want them. Like you better for being loyal to your own team. Hey, we keep our loyalties with our teams. In case you guys didn't know, I am a Minnesota Vikings fan. This is my 3rd time covering the Minnesota Vikings now. Covered the Falcons game. We covered the Pittsburgh game. And we're covering this game this week. Callie saying, I can't hear you well. Well, that's the opposite of what I just read, but I'll do my best to keep it clear and keep it loud. All right, we are back, guys. The Browns taking their first play at the Minnesota 53. Quinton Judkins gets the hands off, takes it out the right side, and gets a big gain. Big gain from Quinton Judkins, taking that off the right side of the field. Looks like it's going to be like a 30-yard gain is what it looked like. 32-yard gain for Quinton Judkins. They were already in phenomenal field position starting on that 48-yard line, and now they're in even better position. They're at the Minnesota 15-yard line. It's going to be a 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Browns. 1st and 10 for the Browns. Dylan Gabriel's in the shotgun formation. I got 9 minutes and 34 seconds left the first quarter, and he's going to hand it off to Quinton Judkins yet again, who's going to power through the middle. Powering through and getting another 8 or 9 yard gain right there. 9 yards for Quinton Judkins once again. And the Vikings are not having luck stopping Judkins from this rush game, man. Judkins looking like a stud. Putting the shoulder down out here. Oh, man. He forced his way right in. Got an extra 3 yards after contact because of that shoulder. Very nice on Judkins. 2nd and 2, Dylan Gabriel. Play action. Dylan Gabriel in the pocket. He's going to look middle and try to air it out to Bond. Isaiah Bond. He tried to get the reception middle of the field, but it's going to be a pass deflection, and he's not going to be able to handle it. Nice pass deflection from the Minnesota defense to protect their end zone. Cleveland Browns trying to get the first touchdown of the game. It's 3rd and 2, y'all. It's 3rd and 2. I got 8 minutes and 52 seconds remaining. Alrighty, guys. Dylan Gabriel under center. He's going to hand it off once again to Quinton Judkins on the left side, who's got a nice blocker, but he's not able to get past him much. He's going to be stopped about right even for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down, y'all. 4th and 2 in the Minnesota Vikings red zone. 4th and 2. They are going to be on the Minnesota 6-yard line. Minnesota 6-yard line. We're going to see if they bring out the field goal team right here. They actually marked it as a 4th and 1, guys. They actually marked. Oh, and they're going for it. The Browns set up to go for it. Dylan Gabriel under center. They hike the ball quick. Give it back to Judkins, who's going to get the first down and one more. That's going to be a first down for the Cleveland Browns in deep Minnesota Vikings territory. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. We are 1st and goal, guys. The Browns driving after great starting field possession after the fumble from the Minnesota Vikings. We'll see what they do next, guys. 1st and goal. Red zone percentage this year for the Cleveland Browns at about 66%. They're going to try to get that stat a little better. Dylan Gabriel in the shotgun formation. He's got one receiver left. They hike the ball, and they're going to hand it off yet again. This time not to Judkins, but instead Jerome Ford, who's going to get a 3-yard gain and bring it to the Minnesota 1-yard line. Cleveland Browns on the Minnesota 1. It is 2nd and goal. There is 7 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this first quarter, y'all. And we are live here in San Antonio, Texas, guys. Dylan Gabriel discussing with his team for the next play. I'm liking Dylan Gabriel so far, guys. He's leading this team well. Judkins behind Gabriel, who's under center. Motion on the left side, and he's going to hike the ball yet again. Fake the handoff. He's looking left, and he catches left. And Fannin Jr. with the first touchdown of the game. Oh, touchdown, Cleveland Browns. Here we go, guys. Stop the clock there, and that's going to be 6 points for the Browns. Touchdown. Dylan Gabriel's 2nd touchdown of the year. Catching Fannin Jr. on that left side. Man, oh, man. The Browns going to line up for that extra point, but what a nice drive by the Browns. That run offense. Ooh, that showed a nice block from Quinton Judkins on that play. Very nice job by the Cleveland Browns, guys. Oh, man, oh, man. They line up for the extra point, and it is good. And that's going to make it 7-0 to start the game. Minnesota Vikings going to be receiving the ball here in just a minute after this commercial break. All right. All right, guys. Did you expect that? Did you expect the Cleveland Browns to score in the first 10 minutes? Because that's what they did. Quinton Judkins doing a phenomenal job. 48 rushing yards on six plays. How we doing, chat? Jaden Ben saying, who is this? My name is Santino. I am Mario's partner in this Football Nation USA we got going on. And normally I'm the back end, guys. Normally I do all the slides. I do the quizzes. I make all of that. However, recently I've been starting to call games. Mario's not a morning person. I am. So don't worry. Mario Manuel will be back for the next 3 games of the day. We got football all day. So don't you go nowhere, guys. Don't you go. Paper plane saying Santino's better. Hey, I'm getting there. I can't say that yet. I know he's way better, but he's my best friend, man. He's my best friend. I'll take it, though. I'll take it. Edward Barber saying, don't worry, Vikings fans. You have a coach. You have a smart coach enough. You have a coach smart enough to do something stupid. Oh, well, he's a good coach. Some call him the quarterback whisperer. He's put together this Vikings team that's looking decent this year. They have a 2-2 start. We'll see how they play today. Obviously, the Browns scored a little faster than anyone expected, but we'll see. Dylan looks good. He's moving the Dolphins, at least. Dylan Gabriel. Moving the Dolphins. What? I'm hoping it's a high-scoring game, guys. I'm hoping Vikings needs to put it together. I want to see him air it out to Justin Jefferson because there's not been a ton of pass game for the Vikings receiving right now. Mario wanted to say that if I wanted to, I could wear it. I was like, personally, I'm kind of digging the tie. Let me get a little more comfortable in the tie before we start getting jersey. Honestly, the Vikings haven't been doing phenomenal. It's all right, though. It's all right, man. We're doing the thing. I'm loving it. This is blast. Vikings coach still very young. Young but solid. We got a lot of Let's Go Vikings out here from Justin and Michael. How we doing, guys? How we doing? Cleveland Browns are going to be kicking this ball off in just a minute over here. Vikings to receive it. We got about 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter, guys. 6 minutes and 49 seconds in this quarter. And the Browns set to kick this ball off. Vikings receive it at the 10-yard line. They run it back, bring it back to about the 27 before being brought down. And that will begin the Vikings drive. Here we go. Oh. Looks like there is going to be a flag, guys. There is a flag. It's going to be holding on the receiving team, which is going to make them start at about the 18, I believe, which is not ideal. Yeah, it's going to be enforced at the 28-yard line, which should bring them to the 18 to begin their drive. Minnesota Vikings beginning their second drive of the game after that Jordan Mason fumble last possession. Let's get this going. 1st and 10. We got 6 minutes and 43 seconds. Carson Wentz under center. Mason behind him, and he hands it off, speeding through the middle. Was that Mason? I think that wasn't. I think that was Scott. That was Xavier Scott's going to get that rush. Xavier Scott with a nice rush up the middle for 7 yards to begin the Vikings drive, guys. Clock is hot. 2nd down and 3. Thank you, Mario. All right, Carson Wentz back under center. He's got 2 receivers left, 1 right. Hockenson on the right side, ready to block, it looks like. Ooh. And there's another flag. False start. Offense. False start on the offense, guys. And the Vikings going to get another penalty. Another penalty on the Minnesota Vikings. That one's going to go on Joe Huber. Yikes. Offensive line on the Minnesota Vikings. In case you didn't know, 60% are injured, so these are not the starters. Here we go, guys. Off Vikings lined up yet again. 2nd and 8 on their own 20-yard line. And they're going to hand this ball off to Xavier Scott once again, who's going to get about a 1-yard gain. Xavier Scott on a 1-yard gain on the right side. Myles Garrett makes the tackle. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 7, y'all. 3rd and 7-yard line with 5 minutes and 38 seconds left of the first quarter. 5 and 8. 3rd and 7, guys. All right. Here we go. Vikings in the shotgun formation. Carson Wentz ready for the snap. He's got Xavier Scott to his left. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Takes the hike. He's looking left. He airs it out. He's going to catch Justin Jefferson on the left side, and that's going to bring up a Minnesota 1st down. Very nice. Justin Jefferson with a 15-yard gain. 1st down. Minnesota Vikings. Moving the chains, y'all. We're moving the chains for the Minnesota Vikings. And we're going to keep this drive going. Hopefully not going to give over the football yet again. We do not need another turnover this early in the game. We are now 1st and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings. Clock is still hot, y'all. 4 minutes and 43 seconds remaining. Here we go. Carson Wentz under center. The Minnesota Vikings are on their own 31-yard line, and he's going to fake the handoff. He's looking to the right side, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. Incomplete pass for Carson Wentz. It looked like he was looking for Jordan Addison on that right side, but he was not able to connect with him. They were not able to connect this time. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings. 2nd and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings. They're on their own 36-yard line. All right, here we go. Vikings lined up for the 2nd and 10 play right here on their own 31. Carson Wentz in the shotgun formation. I got motion from TJ Hockenson right now, moving to the line. Motion again, and they hike the ball. Send it up the middle to Justin Jefferson, who's going to get another Minnesota first down, y'all. And that'll be a 12-yard gain. He cuts a little short pass, little curl route right past the line of scrimmage, turns around and makes space. They're giving Justin Jefferson a bit too much space, and the Minnesota Vikings will take advantage of that if you let them. They will take advantage of that if you let them. We got 4 minutes left in this first quarter, guys. It's going to be a first and 10 right here. Carson Wentz in the shotgun formation yet again. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Scott still in, and they're going to try to air it out yet again to Justin Jefferson on a quick pass on the left side through a flat route, and they're not going to be able to connect, and that's going to stop the clock here at 3 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in this first quarter. It is 2nd and 10. Ooh. Oh, and we do have another penalty. It's going to be offsides on the Minnesota Vikings yet again. That's 3 penalties already for this from this drive. 1 on the return and then 2 so far. Need to get it under control, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Bring up a 2nd and 15, guys. 2nd and 15 for the Minnesota Vikings. They're going to be lined up on their own 43-yard line. Here we go. Carson Wentz under center, fakes the handoff. Xavier Scott goes a little side route. Oh, actually, it's going to be T.J. Hockenson. My apologies. T.J. Hockenson on a little side route and catches that ball before going out of bounds. Very nice little setup there for T.J. Hockenson. He's going to get about a 5-yard gain. 5-yard gain, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10, y'all. 3rd and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings on the 48-yard line. Oh, 2nd and 10. My apologies. 2nd and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings. Here we go. Carson Wentz under center. Fakes the handoff to Xavier Scott. Scrambles in the pocket. Looks to the left, and he finds Jalen Naylor on a big pass. And that's going to be another first down for the Minnesota Vikings. First down. First down, Minnesota Vikings. That's going to be about a 20-yard gain for Jalen Naylor. First catch for him today. Very nice job. They're going to keep this drive going. Jalen Naylor got the Minnesota Vikings to about the Cleveland 32 right there. They are now past midfield and field goal range. So they're looking to get points on the board right here, y'all. As long as there isn't a turnover, we should see some Minnesota Vikings points right now. 1st and 10, guys. Oh, and it's going to be a direct snap. Direct snap to Scott, who's going to get a big pass over to the right side. That's not Hockenson. That's Oliver. And Oliver's going to get that pass. That was a direct snap to their 3rd string running back, guys. Cam Akers. Cam Akers just took a direct snap, and he gets the Vikings' first passing touchdown of today. Cam Akers with a passing touchdown. Did you guys pick him up in your fantasy league and put him as QB? Because I sure didn't. Wow, touchdown. Minnesota Vikings. Good job. Incredible. Wow, nice trick play from the Minnesota Vikings to get this score a little closer, and they're going to get that extra point right there, and that'll tie the game up 7-7 right before the first quarter ends. Let me stop this clock. It actually stopped at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, y'all. We have 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Vikings just get their first touchdown of the game. Very nice. We got a tie game today in London. 7-7, almost at the end of the first. We got a game. Paper Plane says it's a game. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Doug Ross saying he took the Browns. I would say I wish you luck. I wish you luck on your picks. I don't know if the Browns are going to take it. It's a good game so far. Yeah. Good game so far. Francois saying, is Addison playing? Yes, he is. Yes, Addison is playing today. I do not believe he has a reception just yet, though. He does not have a reception just yet. In case you didn't know, I will also be covering I make the trivia. I do make all the trivias, but today I will be doing the trivia. I will be your quiz master today. I'll be calling it out, and I'll be trying to make it as entertaining as Mario. Mario has had a few more reps than me on that, but we'll see how that goes. Starting out a lot like last week for Cleveland, says Clem Vinson. That was a good, what was that play by the Vikings? I don't know, man. I didn't even know Cam Akers could throw the ball, but he just threw a dime to Zach Oliver at the end zone. Got a nice little touchdown there on a trick play. Right, man? That was crazy. I did not expect that. I did not expect that whatsoever. We got the Yaller horn out. Vikings get a nice drive right there, guys. I love it. I love it, man. But they're looking a lot better than last week, in my opinion. Outside of that we'll call the Jordan Mason fumble a mishap. Unfortunately, I did see him get benched. We have now seen Xavier Scott in. We can't be dealing with Butterfingers. Can't do that. That's no good as a running back. That's like the worst case scenario, actually. Random saying Vikings, brain hurt. Right, man? That play made my brain hurt, to be honest. I was trying to figure out who was even in at the time. They swapped like 3 different players, and I don't even know if Carson Wentz was in the play. I have the Vikings on the money line, says William Tuno. Yeah, that's what I like to see, Vikings. Vikings on the money line. Cleveland, in case you were wondering, it's the Vikings' favorite. They're giving up 3.5 points today. They're putting on the screen right now, they're saying Cam Akers, first career touchdown pass. Makes sense. Makes sense. He caught Josh Oliver on that 32-yard reception gain. And the Minnesota Vikings lined up to kick this ball off again. Hopefully it doesn't go out of bounds. And the Browns get the ball at about the 8-yard line, bring it back to 20, the 25, the 30, and he's going to get brought down at about the 34-yard line on a 26-yard gain on that kickoff return. And we're back in action, y'all. We're back in action. It's 1st and 10 for the Cleveland Browns. They're going to start this drive on their own 34-yard line. And we are in it. We're calling this live, guys. Let's see what the Browns can do here after that nice drive last time. We got Dylan Gabriel under center, guys, and the clock is hot. And he hikes the ball, and he's going to hand it off to Judkins yet again, who's going to get brought down for about a 1-yard gain. They're going to call it a gain of 0, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 for the Cleveland Browns. 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter, y'all. We got 2 minutes left of the first quarter. Here we go. Dylan Gabriel in the shotgun formation. He's got one receiver right here, and he takes the hike. He's scrambling left. He looks left, and he hits the pass. He's going to catch, looks like Dylan Gabriel. He's going to catch Gabriel on a short little pass left, and it's going to get a nice 6-yard gain. 6-yard gain for the Cleveland Browns, and that's going to bring up a third down and 4. 3rd down and 4 here for the Cleveland Browns. A minute and a half left of this first quarter. They're going to try to get a little more yardage here before we get to this small break between the quarters here. Dylan Gabriel once again in the shotgun formation, scanning the field. He's got 2 receivers right. Takes the height, takes the snap. Oh, and he catches Gabriel again on the left side, who's going to reach for that first down, and it looks like he's going to get it, and that's going to be a first down Cleveland Browns. Good reach. He almost got tackled just shy of that first down line, And he reached for that and got it for the Cleveland Browns. And that's going to bring up a 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Cleveland Browns. They are at their own 44-yard line. Here we go. Cleveland Browns on their own 44, lined up in the I formation. Dylan Gabriel under center, and they're looking to get some more yards. And they hike the ball, and they're going to hand it off to Judkins, who's going to roll up the left side, and he's breaking free. The 30, the 35, the 20, the 25, the 10, the 15, and he's in the end zone. Oh, my goodness. Judkins on a huge rush of about 56 yards. Oh, no, there's a flag down. There's a flag down. Oh, that is a huge gain. It looks like it might be a holding call. They are bringing it back. Waiting for the officials right now. Holding offense. Holding. 2 holding calls, both on the Cleveland Browns. Double holding calls on the Cleveland Browns, which is going to bring this way back. Oh, how unfortunate. What a 56-yard touchdown rush from Quinton Judkins. Eliminated just now. No longer there. That is rough. That is rough for the Cleveland Browns because what a beautiful rush by Quinton Judkins right there. And that's going to bring up a big 1st and 20. 1st and 20 for the Cleveland Browns. I got 25 seconds left of this first quarter right now, y'all. 25 seconds. Browns once again lined up in the shotgun formation after that disappointing play. And he's going to fake the handoff. Dylan Gabriel looking right. He's going to, and it's going to be a pass deflection on the Minnesota defensive line. They're going to get that handout and tip it. Looked like it might have been Jalen Redmond, actually. Let's see. Yeah. Redmond's going to get the tip. Nice little hand. And it's going to force a 2nd and 20. 2nd and 20 for the Cleveland Browns. I got 20 seconds remaining in this first quarter. The Browns are going to be on their own 34-yard line right now, y'all. 2nd and 20 on their own 34. Trying to get a little more space before this first quarter ends. Dylan Gabriel in the shotgun formation. He's going to take the height, dodges a tackle on a little scramble, catches Fannin Jr. on the left side is what it looks like, who's going to get about 4 yards, 5 yards past the line of scrimmage before he gets dropped. And that is going to be the end of the first quarter, y'all. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Browns going to be coming back with a big 3rd down after this commercial break, guys. 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and 15 on their own 39. All righty, y'all. We are 1 quarter done now in this first game of the day. And that's going to, when we come back, it's going to be the second. Oh, nice. He got it. Second quarter when we return. Second quarter when we return. How we doing, y'all? Are we doing good on our predictions? Oh, main feed. Main feed. Here we go. How we doing? Not bad so far, y'all. It's a pretty decent game so far we got going. Pretty decent game. Steve's saying God probably watches football. I bet he does, man. It's way entertaining. I love football. This is so much fun. John saying in England, ref take bribes in pounds. Oh, no. Thank you for your service, says here to have fun. We're here, man. We're here all day, too. It's not just me. We are making this happen. We are calling live football all day today, Sunday. Mario's got 3 more games after this. It's going to be the Cowboys and the Jets immediately after. Doug Ross saying, slow down now, Browns. You got to take it. I think there was actually a super chat at the over there. Here it was. Who wins in a fight? Says, yes, it's me, Matt. The Punisher or John Wick? The Punisher or John Wick? John Wick is insane, man. He does everything, and he's basically Neo from The Matrix. I mean, he is Neo from The Matrix. But I'm going to have to go with John Wick, man. Punisher is pretty B.A., I'm not going to lie, but John Wick, he's cool, man. I like John Wick.
Plus, I never liked John Bernthal after the whole Walking Dead bullshit.
Mario's got a personal vendetta with the actor for the Punisher. That's besides the point. All right, Gino and Joseph saying, that's tough. Browns had a 60-yard touchdown just for it to get called back. I know, man. Quinton Judkins with an enormous rush, that 56-yard gain on a double holding penalty. It's so unfortunate. That was a really good play. Judkins looks like a stud this year, man. He is putting together this rush team. It's me, Matt, saying, thanks, guys. No problem, man. No problem. We appreciate the super chat. Thanks for taking the time to be here, and we appreciate it, man. Second quarter about to begin, guys. Cleveland Browns are going to get the ball on their own 39-yard line. My apologies. Cleveland Browns getting the ball on their own 39-yard line. It is 3rd and 15 right now. Oh, man, and there's going to be a flag immediately. Oh, we don't need the touchdown sound. There ain't no touchdowns right now. And the Browns are going to get a false start right off the bat, guys. Flag on the play, false start, Cam Robinson, false start. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 20 for the Cleveland Browns. We're back in action, guys. We got plays moving. I got a 3rd and 20. The clock's going to start, and the flag gets thrown, and Dylan Gabriel in the pocket, going to find David Njoku in the middle. David Njoku in the middle for an 11-yard gain. But they are going to get that brought back yet again. Illegal formation on the Cleveland Browns. Browns are penalty prone right now, and that's going to be another 5-yard penalty. They started 3rd and 15 at the beginning of this quarter, and it is now 3rd and 25. 3rd and 25 for the Cleveland Browns after back-to-back penalties. And they're gonna try to get a little more going. Oh, it's going to bring up a 4th down. What? Oh, they declined that penalty, and they gave up the yardage, the 11 yards, which bring up a 4th down and 8. So the Cleveland Browns are going to punt the ball to the Minnesota Vikings, who are going to signal a fair catch and get the ball at about their own 20-yard line. Got it. So that illegal formation declined by the Minnesota Vikings, seeing as how they were going for a third. It was 20 yards to gain right there, and they only got 11 of the yards, so it brought up a 4th and 9. Good decision from the Minnesota Vikings to get the possession of the ball right here. Good choice there. Minnesota going to begin their drive, 1st and 10 on their own 21-yard line. 21-yard line. All right, here we go. Corley World saying refs drinking pints right now. I mean, they're calling a lot of penalties. There's flags flying right today. There are flags flying today. Hi, Sammy. Good morning, little guy. Mario's son, Sammy, looking cute in his little dinosaur onesie. It's all right, guys. We are currently in a commercial break. The Browns just punted the ball after a short possession after the end of that first quarter. We'll be returning with 4 minutes and 28 seconds here in the second quarter for the Minnesota Vikings. 7-7 right now. 7-7. 1 touchdown from Quinton Judkins today. No, that was Fannin Jr. Quinton Judkins had the big block there for that play. Had a big block, which allowed Dylan Gabriel to connect with Fannin Jr. on that first drive of the Browns, or second drive. And the Vikings, in case you didn't see, pulled off a crazy trick play where Cam Akers, the 3rd-string running back for the Minnesota Vikings, got his first passing touchdown over the year. That's right. Direct snap to Cam Akers. Gave him a passing touchdown. Blackhawk Magnum saying, good fast pace so far for these two teams. That's good. Me too, man. I like to see that. I like to see some fast pace at the beginning of the day. That means it's probably lined up for a beautiful day of football. Beautiful day of football. Place full, guys. Place is full. Who received the ball first? The Browns received the ball first, guys. The Browns received the ball first. It was a quick 3-and-out from the Browns, and they punted. But that did not last long, seeing as the Minnesota Vikings fumbled on their first drive of the game from Jordan Mason, which led to that great field positioning, which led to that touchdown. So bad hands from Jordan Mason led to that first touchdown for the Cleveland Browns. And then the trick play for the Minnesota Vikings led to the touchdown for them. All right, guys, we are back from the commercial break. Minnesota Vikings on their own 21-yard line. Carson Wentz under center. In the motion, it's going to be a little sweep from Jalen Naylor. Carson Wentz going to hand it off to him in motion. He's going to move right, and he's going to put a 12-yard gain. 15-yard is what it goes down as. 15-yard gain on a little sweep motion from Jalen Naylor. The handoff in motion. Love to see it. Vikings coming out with some trickier plays today. They're trying to get in the Browns' head. We got now a 1st and 10, and they're going to take another hike. Carson Wentz under center, going to hand it off, and it's going to be – is that? No, that's Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason's back out there. He's back on the field. He's going to get about a 1-yard gain right there. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 right now for the Minnesota Vikings. Trying to drive it down the field. They're on their own 37-yard line. 37-yard line. 2nd and 9. Minnesota Vikings moving the ball. We got 13 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in this first half. Carson Wentz in the shotgun formation. Looks left, looks right, catches Jordan Mason on a little swing route. Who tries to get it past the line of scrimmage, but gets brought down. Gets hugged by like 4 Cleveland Browns defenders and gets about a 1-yard gain after passing that line of scrimmage there. Bring up a 3rd down and 8. My TV says 3rd down and 9, but it sure looks like a 3rd and 8. So we're going to call it a 3rd and 8 right now. 3rd down and 8 for the Minnesota Vikings on their own 38-yard line. They're going to try to get this space right here. They're probably going to air it out to get this first down. First down marker at the 40, just past the 45. Carson Wentz in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the left. He takes the snap. He's looking left. He's looking center. And he tries to get a little check pass over to TJ Hockenson up the center. Ooh, and there's a flag on the play. Oh, this could be a pass interference, it looks like. Illegal contact on the defense. Illegal contact on the defense. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. A 5-yard penalty. And that's going to bring up a first down. That's going to bring up a first down, guys. It's now 1st and 10. Oh, thank you, Mario. 1st and 10. We got 12 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in this quarter, guys. 12 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in this quarter. Penalties are getting flown. Flags are being flown today. We got Carson Wentz under center. Oh, and he did a little pitch to the backfield. It's going to be Xavier Scott running it over to the right side and gets about an 8-yard gain before being brought down. 8-yard gain. Xavier Scott, mark it down. 9 yards is what we're seeing right now. 9-yard gain. 2nd down and 1. 2nd down and 1 after that nice little run up the right side by Xavier Scott. Schwessinger was able to bring him down before he got too much space out in open field. Minnesota Vikings with the ball. Minnesota Vikings with the ball. Carson Wentz going to be lined up under center. Here we go. 2nd and 1. It's a big play right here. Fakes the handoff to Mason. He's looking left. He's looking center. He passes it up the middle. Ooh, and a bad little pass. It goes just over the head of Justin Jefferson. Just over the head of Justin Jefferson. Bringing up a 3rd and 1 right here, guys. We're going to have to stop the clock right there. Got to keep the coffee flowing, y'all. It's early. It's early. Well, not as much anymore. All right, guys, we got 11 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the first half. Vikings have a 3rd and 1 right now. 3rd down and 1. They're going to try to get this first down right here. Carson Wentz under center. Mason behind him, and he pitches it to Mason, who's going to try to get it up the right side, and he gets devoured. He gets wrecked by the Browns defense. They saw him come in that right side, and they blew him into the dirt, dude. Oh, man. The Browns weren't playing no games on this drive, and that's going to be a loss of 2 yards for the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings lose 2 yards right there to bring up a 4th and 3 on the dead-even 50-yard line. I wonder what they're going to do right now. They're probably going to punt after that rough loss. Yeah, they are lined up to punt the ball right now, guys. Vikings lined up to punt the ball right now. And they send it away. Browns are going to signal a fair catch and grab it at about the 10-yard line. 10-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Browns on their own 10. And they're going to try on their own 12-yard line. It looks like they marked them down. They're going to try to get out of their own red zone here afterwards. All right, we are now in a commercial break, guys. 7-7. We got a good game. We got a good game. Christopher saying, throw to Addison, man.
Good chance to bring up the next slides.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. We got slides, guys. We got all kinds of slides. We got all kinds of slides. Right now, behind me, I have the Vikings schedule for the next 5 weeks. Obviously, they're going to be getting a bye because they spent the past 14 days overseas, basically. Playing in Ireland last week, London this week, and they'll finally be able to relax next week. And hopefully for this game, you may be seeing J.J. McCarthy back, Eagles versus Vikings, on a really difficult game, Week 7, face one of the best teams in the league. I don't know how the Vikings are going to do that week. We will see. We might see Aaron Jones back, but that probably won't be until Week 8 against the Chargers. Vikings are going to go to L.A. and face the Chargers for Thursday Night Football, Week 8. Week 9, they're going to be facing the Lions, and that'll be a tough team. Jared Goff doing really well this year, airing the ball out. And then at the end of week 10 Sunday, they'll be facing the Ravens. Ravens have a really good team, I think, but there's just a lot going on. Vikings all over the place this year. It doesn't feel like they have a lot of home games, do they? Not too many games in that dome. Browns, they will be getting their bye in Week 9, unlike the Vikings next week. The Browns going up against the Steelers, who beat the Vikings last week and are looking to get another W on their table this week. Week 7's Browns and Steelers, Sunday evening, 1 p.m. Week 7, they'll be going up against the Dolphins. Dolphins, who are a little iffy this year. Tua not putting it together. Tyreek Hill gone. Honestly, I think Tyreek Hill's probably going to retire after that. Week 8, Browns and Patriots. That should be a really good game, I think. Very defensive game. Week 9 is going to be that bye. In Week 10, they'll be going to face the Jets. Browns and Jets for Week 10. Alrighty, guys, the commercial break does seem like it is about to end, so we'll pull back up this drive chart, and we're going to get some action. If you need stats, guys, I have all of the stats for today on my left side. Receivers are going to be a little more, but it's just below it. Here we go. Dylan Gabriel. Browns taking this 1st and 10 on their own 11. Shotgun formation. He looks left, and he's going to hit Fannin Jr. on a nice little pass. Get about a 3-yard gain. 3-yard gain for the Cleveland Browns, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 7. And we got the clock rolling now. We got 10 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this quarter, guys. 10 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd and 7 for the Browns on their own 14-yard line. Going to try to get another touchdown here. Not as good a field of position as the last time they got a touchdown, of course. But here we go. On their own 14, Dylan Gabriel in the shotgun formation. He's going to hand it off to Judkins. Oh, fakes the handoff, and he tries to scramble. It was an option, and it gets smothered. Dylan Gabriel sacked. Dylan Gabriel tackled for a -3 yards. -3, and that'll go right back to 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 now, erasing the 3-yard game from Fannin Jr. They swallowed Gabriel up right there. Didn't have a chance. Gabriel trying to show off that rushing that he has, but can't do that if you can't get past the line of scrimmage. Here we go, guys. Shotgun formation from the Browns. They're on their own 14-yard line. They're trying to get out of this red zone. Gabriel looking left. Uh-oh. Oh, and he runs up the middle. He finds space. Oh, he almost breaks the tackle. What a gain. Good run from Dylan Gabriel trying to get that first down. Unfortunately, he's going to be stopped just shy. That'll bring up a 4th down and 2. 4th and 2, and there's no way the Browns are going to go for this. so deep into their own territory. Still in the red zone. They're on their own 19-yard line. 19-yard line. And I imagine they punt the ball right here. 9 minutes remaining in this half, guys. Vikings looking to receive this punt right here. Vikings looking to receive the punt right here and maybe get some points on the board. Here comes the snap. The punt is deep back. Vikings looking to return the ball. Catches it about the 23-yard line. He's out in open space. Ooh, and he gets stopped at about the 31, 32. Viking, ooh, and we got a flag out. We got a flag on the play. Let's see. Holding on the Vikings. Holding on the Vikings during the receiving. During the punt return, they're gonna call holding on the Vikings, so the Vikings are gonna begin their possession at about the 22-yard line, I believe. I'll confirm that once we get back from this next commercial break, y'all. Once we get back from the next commercial break. All right, guys. So, let's ask y'all, where are y'all watching from? Where are we watching from, guys? In case you didn't know, our home office is in San Antonio, Texas. We are in the Big 210. Big 210 here, San Antonio, Texas. But where are you guys watching from? Let's see. I want to see where all out. Corley World saying Virginia. We got Virginia out here, guys. We got Virginia. We got Ohio. Where else? I know we got a lot of people in here. And I want to see where you guys are from. Ted saying Florida. Spartan Stiff saying my balcony. Nice. Everybody likes a good little balcony action. I used to have a nice balcony. There we are. Beaumont, Texas. New York City. Redding, California. Akron, Ohio. Jonesboro, Arkansas. How's Arkansas? I've never been to Arkansas, man. Never been to Arkansas. We got Florida. We got San Fran. I got Boston. I got the Philippines, Cambridgeshire. What's up? What's up, Europe? We got Crystal Beach, Texas. Sidewalk. The sidewalk? You're watching from the sidewalk? Campbell River. Spennymoor. What up? What up, Prewan? Welcome. Welcome from the States. We're Football Nation, man. I hope you're having a good time. Welcome. My name's Santino, guys, and it's a pleasure to be here. I'm calling this first game today, and we got plenty more. We got Charles in the Bahamas. Mark Home Hobbies in Detroit. What up, Detroit? You guys got a good game later with the Lions. I'm excited for that one, too. We'll be covering that game. No, will we? No, we are not covering the Lions. I apologize. That was a fib. I didn't mean that. Next game we'll be Next game we'll be covering is the Cowboys and Jets, guys. We'll be covering the Cowboys and Jets immediately after this. We got Mexico City. We got the big 3-1-3. Houston, Texas. What up, H-Town, Travis Ray? What up, what up? We got New Orleans. China, says retired Roman Rob. Sheswin, China. What up? Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Justin. R&T Real Talk Podcast saying what's up from South Bend, Indiana. All right, guys, we are coming back to football. Minnesota Vikings starting their drive on their own 9-yard line. Wow, 1st and 10 on their own 9. And Carson Wentz under center going to hike the ball and hand it off to Xavier Scott, who's going to get about a 4-yard gain, bringing up a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, the clock is hot. 2nd and 6. All right. Vikings looking to get some more points on the board before this half ends. Vikings with their 4th possession of today. Vikings with their 4th possession of the day. 8 minutes left of this first half. They're going to try to get some more points on the board. 2nd and 6, Carson Wentz under center. We got motion in the backfield from Oliver. And he's going to fake the handoff to Scott. He's looking left. He's scrambling. Big scramble. And he's going to pass it out of bounds. And he's going to toss this one away with nobody open, it looks like. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Minnesota Vikings. And then we'll stop the clock at 7 minutes and 50 seconds. 7 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first half, guys. 7-7. We got a tied up game. Vikings in their own red zone trying to get out. 3rd and 6 on their own 18-yard line. We got Carson Wentz lined up in the shotgun formation. Is that Ham out there? Looks like CJ Ham's out in the field, guys. Love to see it. All right, Carson Wentz takes the snap. CJ Ham's blocking. Looks like I saw a flag. Carson Wentz dodges a tackle. He's scrambling right. He airs it out deep. Oh, and he takes a catch. Big catch on the 50-yard line. Jalen Naylor is going to get a little more after the catch. What a beautiful play, but there is a flag down, and we're going to have to wait on this one, guys. Oh, man, that's rough. Jalen Naylor, that would have been about a 50-yard gain, guys. Both team fouls. That should cancel out. Ooh. Offsetting penalties, guys. Offsetting penalties. However, I do believe that it cancels out the play. So it's just going to be a redo of downs. No play. No play. Sad, sad, sad. Jalen Naylor had a beautiful play right there. Carson Wentz aired that out perfectly. Just above the defender. Jalen Naylor buckets it and gets about 7 more yards after the catch. We are now 3rd down and 6, guys. The clock is hot. We got 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Here we go. We're going to try to do something similar and get this first down right here. Carson Wentz shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Looking left. Oh, he's scrambling. He's about to run the ball. Ooh, the spin move. Ooh, and Carson Wentz may have just got that first down, it looks like. Let's see where they mark him. Ooh, they're going to check it close. Oh, my goodness. I think they're going to mark him short here. They're going to mark it down as a 4th and 1. Oh, no. Bummer. Good a try right there from Carson Wentz trying to get it himself after finding nobody out in the field. That'll leave up like 4th and inches right now, guys. 4th and inches. And that's going to bring out the punt team because they can't take the risk on their own 23-yard line. Vikings out to punt it yet again. And here we go. Browns back. Waiting for the ball, and they're not going to call a fair catch. He's going to grab it at the 22. Ooh, swings left, swings right, breaks a tackle, and gets about a 6-yard gain before being brought down. Cleveland Browns are going to take the ball at about the 26-yard line right here, guys. They're going to start their possession at their own 26-yard line. We have about 6 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in this second quarter right here before we reach half, and where we'll have some fun stuff for you guys. If you didn't know, we got a trivia quiz coming up at halftime, but we'll get there in a minute. I'm excited. It's my first trivia I'll be calling. I make them, but I don't talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. Heck yeah. Mario hooked it up. Mario set me up for success on the quiz. We'll keep that energy going right through halftime into the second half. Cleveland Browns lined up under center, 26-yard line. Looks like Judkins behind in the backfield. We got motion. Oh, and they hand it off in the motion. Is that going to be Fannin Jr.? No, who is that? Oh, give me 1 second. I'll find out who that is. Yeah, it's Corley. That's Corley going to take a Russian motion for an 11-yard gain, which brings up a Cleveland Browns first down. 1st and 10 for the Cleveland Browns now at their own 37-yard line, driving the ball. We got 5 minutes and 45 seconds left in this quarter, guys. Time is a ticking. Once again, Gabriel lined up under center. Judkins behind, waiting for the snap. And here we go. Hand off to Judkins up the middle, and he's going to almost break a tackle, but get pulled down by the leg. Gets pulled down by the leg for about a 3-yard gain. Judkins with a 3-yard gain right there. Clock's ticking. We got 5 minutes and 20 seconds left of this first half, y'all. 2nd and 7 for the Cleveland Browns on their own 40-yard line, making it almost past midfield. Here we go. They're showing Flacco on the bench right now. Flacco watching Gabriel, the rook, do what he's doing. Dylan Gabriel under center yet again. Motion from what looks to be Judy. And they fake the handoff to Judkins. Ooh, and he's going to get eaten up. The Vikings with their first sack of the day. Ooh, it's a big 6-yard loss for the Cleveland Browns. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 13. 3rd down and 13, y'all. 3rd down and 13 for the Cleveland Browns. I knew the pass rush was coming eventually. Vikings are a blitz-heavy team, and I'm surprised it took them this long to get their first sack of the day on this rookie QB. 3rd and 13 for the Cleveland Browns. Dylan Gabriel in the shotgun formation. Vikings send the rush again. Ooh, what a pass from Dylan Gabriel. Judy gonna scoop it. Gonna scoop the ball right before it touches the turf is what it looked like. As of right now, there looks like they're calling it a completion. I'm not certain. Vikings cornerback saying there's no way. Oh no, and they're going to give it to him. 1st and 10 for the Cleveland Browns on the 49-yard line. Oh no, wait, the challenge flag does come out. Challenge. We got a flag on the field. They're up for review. Oh. We have a review going on. I got 3 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in this half, y'all. Give us one moment, and we'll find out if this is going to be called a reception. I don't think so. No, that's a drop and a half. Judy did a real good job making it look like he caught it. He made a real good job looking like he caught it, but one look at that replay, and there's no way. There's no way. This is going to get called back, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and 13. It's going to be 4th and 13 for sure. Honestly, if they could let him keep that reception, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right. We're in a commercial break, y'all. How we doing? That's a drop, says Mario. That's for sure a drop. I think I saw it doing like a little spin move on the football on the ground, like it's just spinning there. My old man is a Duck fan. He's giving me an earful. Oh, boy. Dylan Gabriel. He's doing all right, man. He's doing all right. Not terrible. How is he doing today? What are his current stats? 7 and 10 for 43 yards with 1 passing touchdown. So he's got a touchdown on the board. The yardage could look a little better. I think he actually has negative rushing yards at the moment. Njoku's leading the team? Wow, Njoku's leading the team right now, guys. And here I thought Fannin Jr. was going to be the one. Tight ends. The tight ends. You know how we talked about Jerry Jeudy and the rest of the wide receiver corps for the Cleveland Browns unable to find the end zone yet? That's still true. We're almost done with the first half of Week 5, and only one receiver on the Cleveland Browns has found the end zone yet. Otherwise, it's tight ends and running backs. That's it. That's it. All right. Dak Prescott ain't giving nothing back, says T.M. Martin. We'll see how they do today against the Jets. Browns should have been 0-17 this season, says Craig. Ouch. Ouch. Jerry Jeudy has a target. I believe he does have 1 target. I think he had 1 target today. I don't think he has a reception yet, though. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was the 1 target. Yeah, just now. It just happened. He had 1 target today, and he tried to fake a catch because he most certainly did not catch that ball. Taylor saying, dang it, I need Judkins for my fantasy. And, yep, that call will be overturned, guys. Like we said, it's going to be 4th and 13 with 4 minutes and 13 seconds left. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. That's just nice on the eyes. Just some little stuff right there. All right, guys. Anyways, 4th and 13 for the Cleveland Browns on their own 34-yard line there. Without a doubt, going to punt the ball away to the Minnesota Vikings, which is going to give them about 4 minutes left to get this drive right here. Vikings back to catch the ball, and it's going to bounce. Ooh, they're going to say that it bounced out of bounds right there. Going to hit the out of bounds marker, and it looks like they're going to put him at the 11-yard line. There we go. There we go, guys. Minnesota Vikings starting their drive on their own 11-yard line. Minnesota Vikings are fighting out of their red zone every possession now, it feels. Every possession, the Vikings are now starting in their own red zone, which is never a good place to start. You don't want to be in shotgun formation and standing in purple. It's not a good feeling.
Check out this
Check
comment.
out this comment. Oh my God. The one target to Jerry Jeudy's the first touch by a Browns receiver today. See what I'm saying, guys? Here we go. Carson Wentz shotgun formation. Going to hand it off to Mason, who's going to get about a 2-yard gain before getting brought down. Jerry Jeudy was the first touch by a wide receiver today, What did I just say? This is like, it's making me fumble all my words. The Browns receivers are non-existent today, guys. They're not there. Fannin Jr. and Njoku are the only ones catching the ball. It's tight end city. It's tight end city in Cleveland. Tight end city. Yeah, check down quarterback Dylan Gabriel. He's gonna favor the easier route. He just wants to get his reps in. Carson Wentz shotgun formation, looking right, takes the hike, and he's gonna try to hit Justin Jefferson on the right side, but it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Gonna bring up a 3rd and 9. We got 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this first half, guys. In this first half. This cup is coffee, man. I can't be drinking this early in the morning. My wife would kill me. I can't do that. Mario is shooting shots over there in the corner. Shooting shots. Here we go, guys. 3rd and 9 for the Minnesota Vikings on their own 12-yard line. Here we go. Carson Wentz takes the snap under center. He's looking left, looking center. Ooh, almost gets taken down. Oh, and Carson Wentz runs the ball, scrambles out of the pocket, gets about 6 yards before getting brought down. What could have been what I thought was going to murder on Carson Wentz ended up a 6-yard gain. You know what happens when that pocket starts folding in and the QB start wrapping up? You see him like trapping the ball down. Carson Wentz started doing that, but he caught his foot before what looked to be on a trip. He almost tripped on the ground, but he caught himself for falling right through the line and was able to get about 6 yards instead of getting a big sack right there. And that'll bring up 4th and 2, guys. And the Vikings are going to punt this away with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this half. Browns get the ball at the 15. They're going to bring it back to 20, the 30, and they're going to go out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. Browns with another chance, with what seems to be one more chance before the half. They got time. They got 3 minutes. They got 3 timeouts. They got the 2-minute warning. There's plenty of time. Dylan Gabriel. What up, guys? What up, Eric? How you doing, my dude? My buddy from New York checking in. That's cool. That's cool. What up, my homie? What's up, bro? What up, man? All right. Here we go, guys. Dylan Gabriel in the shotgun formation. It's 1st and 10. They're on their own 34-yard line. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, and he's going to hand this off to Jerome Ford. Oh, no, that's not Jerome Ford either. Who's their 3rd string? Who's the 3rd string on the Dylan Sampson? That's what it was. It sure is. Dylan Sampson going to lose 4 yards, guys. 4-yard loss for Dylan Sampson on his first play of the game. Yikes. All right. Whoa. Okay. I guess Dylan Gabriel got his first reception to a wide receiver today. They skipped through the setup, the hike, and they just showed Jerry Jeudy catching the ball and dropping to the turf. So Jerry Jeudy, first reception of the game. The wide receivers are on the board, and we are going into the 2-minute warning, guys. 6-yard gain for Jerry Jeudy before that 2-minute warning. Looks like it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8. 3rd down and 8 coming back from this commercial break. Oh, man, do you guys think the Browns are going to score before this half? Browns need this win, says Charles Moore. They need to prove themselves instead of being called lucky when they beat the Packers. I get that, man. It does feel like that. It feels like that's the week the Packers decided a mini bye. Maybe the half the team gets a bye. I don't know. Clem Vinson, the game is still too fast for Dylan to make those kind of decisions. Dylan's getting his rep, man. Dylan's getting his rep. Eric saying he just woke up and tuned in. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Tune on in all day. We got football. Right now, we got football at 12 with the Cowboys and the Jets. We got football at 3 o'clock with the Commanders and the Chargers. And then our night game. What's the night game? We'll get to that night game. Don't we worry. We got football all day, y'all. What's up, Football Nation? Danny Williams checking in. We got Dub Deuce 2 in here. We got Dub Deuce. We got Reggio, Spartan Stiff. Gregory Leon Watson saying it's laughable that Minnesota let a 14-3 QB walk out the building. Yeah. What are you going to do, man? Sam Darnold, he led the team last year, and, like, it is compared to last year, the Vikings offense is nothing. Compared to last year, like, Sam Darnold, I believe he was rated, give or take, the best quarterback in the league last year because of what him and Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison were able to do. But this year, the Vikings are just trying to get it going. Yeah, I can do that. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for letting me know. Appreciate that, Daniel. I'm right here, guys. Paper plane saying I'm speaking facts. That's all I'm speaking, man, because we don't like to I mean, I like to make predictions. I don't like to speculate. We make these decisions based off pure stats, y'all. We look up these stats, we find out the stats, we give them to you, and just like we make inferences from them, so can y'all. We can all make educated guesses. Right now we have a 7-7 game. One of the best defenses in the league versus a middle-of-the-pack better defense. We have a better offense versus a less offense. But we are getting out of this commercial break now, guys. Football is coming back. Cleveland Browns taking the ball on the 36, and they're going to hike the ball, and he's going to air it out. Dylan Gabriel airing it out to the left side, catching Isaiah Bond on a big pass. Nice catch by Isaiah Bond to get the drive going. That's going to bring up 4th and 1, though. Ooh, 4th and 1. I forgot. Go for it or not, yeah. It looks like they're lined up to go for it. Dylan Gabriel in the shotgun formation. Here we go. Dylan Gabriel, 4th and 1. He's going to hand it off. Handed it off. Oh, and he's going to be punch pass. It looks like he is going to get the first down. Jerome Ford going to punch it in. Jerome Ford punched it past that first down line. That's going to be a first down for the Cleveland Browns. First down. First down. 1st and 10, guys. Cleveland Browns at their own 45-yard line trying to get points on the board. We've got 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining. Gabriel under center takes the snap, passes up the middle. Ooh, just barely. Almost intercepted by the Minnesota Vikings. Metellus almost grabs that. Bats it down. Ooh. Ooh. You know those views you're like, I woulda. Ooh, but oh man. Dives in midair. Dang, that would have been cool. That would have been really cool to get the ball midfield. 1 minute and 8 seconds left, guys. It is 2nd and 10. Cleveland Browns trying to bring it past midfield and get into field goal range. Dylan Gabriel in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers left. Gabriel in the pocket, backs up. There's a little pass to what looks to be Jerome Ford on the right side, and he's going to get all the way up to the 45 for another first down for the Cleveland Browns. First down, Cleveland Browns stops, the clock goes out. Carson Wentz going into the bleacher. Oh, it's just because of the halftime. I was like, hold up. That's all right. 1 minute left, guys, of this half. 1 minute left. It's 1st and 10 for the Cleveland Browns on the Minnesota 39-yard line. If the Browns kicker puts his leg up for power, he could hit this. It would be a 56 where they're currently at. All right, guys. Dylan Gabriel in the shotgun formation. Takes the snap, looks left, and he's going to catch what looks to be Dylan Gabriel. Jerome Ford with another little reception. Jerome Ford is showing up today. He gets a nice little 3-yard gain. The clock is going to be rolling, though. The clock is rolling. 2nd and 6 for the Cleveland Browns, guys. 2nd and 6, Dylan Gabriel takes the snap in the shotgun formation. He's going to air it out to the left side, but I think he's just passing it away to get that clock to stop.
Carson Wentz is out with shoulder injury, questionable to return.
Oh, no. So I did see Carson Wentz run it in. Oh, no. He ran off the field under the bleachers, and it looks like he's going to be out due to a shoulder. We will have more information for that soon, guys. Questionable as of right now. 35 seconds left in the half. It is 3rd down and 6, guys. Cleveland Browns trying to get it past a little farther downfield. They're on the Minnesota 35-yard line. Dylan Gabriel in the shotgun formation. He takes the snap. He's looking right. He's going to catch Jerry Jeudy, and they're going to get another first down. First down, Cleveland Browns. Jerry Jeudy with a nice reception. 29 seconds remaining, and I believe, did he get out of bounds right there, or was that a timeout? I think he got out of bounds right there, guys. I'm pretty sure he was able. No, they're going to take their first timeout here. Cleveland Browns with their first timeout just now. We are very much so in field goal range for the Cleveland Browns. They are on the Minnesota 26-yard line. Oh, baby. Just outside the red zone. Do they get a field goal, or do we see a touchdown? Can Dylan Gabriel pull it out right here? Can he find his receivers for the first time this year? Can the Browns receivers get their first touchdown? Mario's praying for Jeudy. Praying for Jeudy. 1st and 10. Cleveland Browns on the 26-yard line. We got motion from Jeudy to the right side. Takes the snap in the shotgun formation. Looking right. Airs it out. And he's going to catch what looks to be David Njoku on a big pass and another first down for the Browns. That's going to bring him all the way to 1st and goal, I believe, to the Minnesota 9-yard line. Oh, baby. We are 1st and goal, guys. 1st and goal for the Cleveland Browns on the Minnesota 9. We have 25 seconds left. 25 seconds left in this first half. Here we go. Do they score, guys? Do we get a Cleveland Browns touchdown before the half? What do we think? I think they might. There's momentum right now. I can feel it. I can feel the momentum. Here we go. Browns lining up after their first timeout just now. Second timeout just now. Dylan Gabriel in the shotgun formation. Ooh. And it looks like another timeout. This time it's by the Minnesota Vikings. So that leaves Vikings with 2 timeouts, Browns 1. That shouldn't mean too much anymore now with there only being 25 seconds left. Here we go, guys. Oh, man. It's wild that the first ever star in the NFL, this guy's playing in London. Could you, like, that's crazy. First ever game in professional sports is overseas in front of fans that may have never in their life seen a game. Here we go, guys. Gabriel, shotgun formation. 3 receivers on the left side. He's got Jerome Ford on his left as well. He takes the snap, and he's going to hand it off to Ford, who's going to get stuffed right at the line of scrimmage for a 0-yard gain. That's going to bring up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and the clock's a-ticking. And it looks like they are going to call their timeout, and that's going to bring it to 20 seconds. 20 seconds, and that'll be the last timeout from the Cleveland Browns. No more timeouts remaining. Oh, man, oh, man. There's just enough time for a pass and a spike if it doesn't end up being a touchdown. Just bare. Yeah, you know, but second, so yeah, they got 2 plays, but they do not have a timeout. Yeah, it's got to be end zone. I imagine there's either a pass in the end zone up the middle, and these that'll already be in the end zone, or they're going to try to hit the corners. I think we're going to see some post routes right here, guys. I'm thinking a post route is going to hit this left corner. Maybe Jeudy. We got motion. 3 receivers right. Gabriel's in the shotgun for me. He's looking left. Oh, and he airs it out, but it gets tipped. Oh, my goodness. Oh, did it happen? Did they get the interception? No. Oh, man. Gabriel airs it out. The defensive line for the Vikings knock it up. This ball skyrockets. They're playing jackpot right now. Ball's wide up in the air, and the Minnesota Vikings were able to catch it, but they couldn't get that toe tap in on the sideline to end this possession. They're going to call the catch from the Minnesota defense out of bounds. All right, guys. 16 seconds remaining. Cleveland Browns, 3rd and goal. Gabriel, empty backfield, shotgun formation. Ooh, and it looks like it's going to be another timeout from the Minnesota Vikings. Timeout, Minnesota. Timeout. Here we go. Here we go. Man, these last 30 seconds have lasted 20 minutes. Love it.
Girl says
Love
we're
it, man.
making 5 minutes. It's a tie game. 5 minutes in the fourth quarter.
Oh, man. This drive, guys, 3 rushes, 9 passes, about 60 yards for the Browns. 3 rushes, 9 passes. Do you guys think they punch it in? Rushing yard saying that Mason fumble at the start hurt them bad. I agree, man. That fumble really set them off. But it's all right. 7-7. Gabriel, empty backfield. Yet again, shotgun formation. I think that was a false start on the offense. I saw it happen. That was that the left tackle. Yep, false start, guys. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal, but not at the 8 this time. It'll be at the Minnesota 13. So now they have a little more space. Some offenses might argue it's a little better, so they got a little more field to play with, so the defenders can't just stack it up in the end zone. They got to cover a little more area and then bring it down. If you can rely on yards after the catch, then you could put it out in open space and rely on your teammates. Gabriel, shotgun, empty backfield. They want this to work. Clock begins. Gabriel airs it out to nobody, to no one. He passes it over the head of everybody, and that will bring up a 4th down. I imagine they bring out the kick team here, guys. I imagine they bring out the kick team. 13 seconds left. Yep, Dylan Gabriel back off to the sidelines. They give him a few handshakes. Good job, buddy. Solid first half from Dylan Gabriel. Got the Browns into the red zone twice already. Has gotten the Browns into the red zone twice. Browns lined up on the right hash here to kick a 31-yard field goal. And it's up. And it's good. And it is good. That is a field goal there from the Cleveland Browns. And that will bring the score 10-7 Cleveland. 10-7 Cleveland. As we approach the end of the first half, we have 9 seconds remaining, guys. 9 seconds remaining. Vikings to receive the ball here in just a minute. In just a minute as we approach this commercial break. Charles Moore, 7-10 Browns. Yay, Browns in the lead, says Chaser. Spartan Stiff said, I called the field goal. Nice call, man. Good call. Here we go. Maramulo checking in for Mario, putting out an SOS. Mario will be back. I promise. I promise. He'll be here for 3 games in a row. We went over this. Mario sucks at mornings. I got to his house at 7 o'clock. Texted him at 7:15 because I knew he needed a little more time. And he didn't answer. I was like, uh-oh. Are we doing the game? Like, I don't want to call you, wake the baby up. But it's all right, guys. Cleveland Browns about to kick it off here to the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings are going to get the ball at about the 5-yard line, the 10, the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, the 40, the 42, 43-yard line. They're going to get brought down with 3 seconds remaining. They will get one chance to air it out, I guess. Oh, but there's a flag on the play. There's a flag on the play.
There's no Carson Wentz.
No, yeah, it looks like after the half, we are going to get our first play from the Minnesota third-string quarterback, Brosmer. Let's see a little bit. Let's see if I can get some more information to you about Brosmer. Max Brosmer, y'all. Max Brosmer. Whew. Here we go. This is going to be his first play of today. Oh, yeah, and they're going to kneel this down, and they're going to bring it right to halftime. And you guys know what that means, right? Halftime means it's time for the quiz, y'all. It's trivia time. Are you guys ready? Hey, Mario, you got that cheat sheet for me? Because we're gonna run this right now, y'all. Are we ready? Alrighty, guys, first question. What is the name of the former Minnesota Vikings mascot? Not the current one, not Victor, the former. Is it Ragnar? Is it Odin? Or is it Thor? A, Ragnar, B, Odin, or C, Thor? What do you guys think? What do we think? Not Victor, the current one. There was an older mascot that is no longer there. Did you guys get it right? His name was Ragnar. Ragnar, the name of the former Minnesota Vikings mascot, who served as his team iconic human mascot from 94 to 2015, played by Joseph Uranich. Look at this guy. Could you imagine this guy coming out on a motorcycle? Midfield? Skull. Here we go, guys. Question number 2 we got. Who was leading the Browns in rushing yards between weeks 1 and 4 of this season? Mario did tell me to go a little easier on you guys, so you should get this one. Was it A, Joe Flacco? Was it B, Quinton Judkins? Or was it C, Jerome Ford? Which of these 3 guys were leading the teams in rushing this year during weeks 1 and 4? Not counting this week. The answer is B, Quinton Judkins. Obviously an easy one, guys. I gave you a gimme. Here we go. The player leading the Browns, has about, 237 rushing yards between week 1 and 4, which was really just 2 games, I believe. Week 3 and 4 is the only 2 he played. Question number 3. Here we go. What instrument is played at the beginning of every Vikings home game? Was it the Yaller horn? Was it Mjolnir? Or was it the lyre? A, the Yaller horn, B, Mjolnir, or C, the lyre? Do you guys know the name of the instrument played at the beginning? Oh. Does it sound familiar? Obviously can't do it as well as the horn. That horn is deafening, by the way. It is called the Yaller horn, guys. Look at this massive thing. If you guys look up a video right now and hear it, it almost gives you chills. I can't imagine being in that dome and it echoing through the whole stadium. Like, my hair would stand up. Whatever's there anyway. Anyways, question number 4. Joe Flacco started for the Browns this season, and what other season? That's right. Joe Flacco not only started for the Browns this season, he started one other season, guys. Was it 2021? Was it 2022? Or was it 2023? Which season did Joe Flacco start for the Cleveland Browns, including this one? What do we think? Was it A, was it B, or was it C? The answer is, guys, it's C. It's C. All 2023 is only a couple of years ago. You can't even forget already. Joe Flacco joined the Browns mid-season after the injury to Deshaun Watson back then, and he led them to a playoff berth. Flacco. Let's go Flacco, y'all. Unfortunately, he is now benched again. So, Dylan Gabriel doing decent. We got question number 5. Including today, how many regular season games have the Vikings played internationally? We went over this already, guys. Last week they played 1. This week they're playing another. How many did they play before that, though? Had they played a total of 4, including today? 5, including today? Or 6 games, including today? Do you guys know? Do we remember? I talked about it. Did we take notes? Because the answer is C. The answer is 6 games. In 2013, they faced the Steelers in London. In 2017, the Jaguars in London. 2018, the Steelers in London. Once again, 2019, the Saints in London. Last week in Ireland. And once again today in London. 4-0 for the Vikings, by the way, in London. Question number 6. Who or what is the Browns named after? Who or what are the Browns named after? Are they named after a dog? Are they named after a head coach? Or are they named after a city? Obviously. Where did they get the Browns from? Where did they get the Browns from? Was it a dog, a head coach, or a city, guys? Retrospect, maybe not put city next time. But anyways. It's a head coach, guys. It was their first head coach and co-founder, the original head coach, Paul Brown, when the team was founded in 1944. They named it after him, man. Paul Brown was on board as the head coach and general manager. Could you imagine having an entire NFL franchise named after you? Because that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Question number 7, guys. Who holds the single season record for passing yards for the Minnesota Vikings? Not the career record, the single season. Was it Kirk Cousins? Was it Dante Culpepper? Or did Sam Darnold do it? Which of these 3 guys holds the single season record for passing yards for the Minnesota Vikings? Is it A? Is it B? Or is it C? Do you think Sam Darnold broke the record last year? Do we know this statistic? Well, I can tell you what it is. It's Dante Culpepper. Single season passing yard for Dante Culpepper. He threw for 4,717 yards in the 2004 season. Wow, highest single ever for the Vikings. That's pretty phenomenal. Over 4,000 yards in a single season. Almost 5. Crazy. Here we go, guys. The song, Cleveland Rocks. Cleveland Rocks was the theme song for what TV show? Do you guys remember this? This used to come up a lot when I was growing up. Was it the Drew Carey Show? Was it King of the Hill? Or was it Home Improvement? I remember all these 3 shows. 2 of them, I don't think go on anymore. King of the Hill, I think, still plays episodes. However, which of these 3 was it? Was it A, B, or C? Cleveland Rocks. I remember this. I used to chant it. Even though I'm not from Cleveland, I know that song pretty well. The Drew Carey Show. The beginning of every show, it shows them introducing tons of the Cleveland things. You see the Browns, you see different areas of Cleveland, and they see Drew Carey at the end of the theme song screaming, Cleveland Rocks. Here we go, guys. Question number 9. How many times have the Vikings won the NFC North Division Championship? Obviously, the Vikings have yet to win a Super Bowl, but how many times have they won the North Division, the divisional championship? Not the NFC conference, but the divisional. Is it A, 19, B, 20, or is it C, 21 times? How many times have they won the North Divisional Championship? This is a real statistic, guys. The Vikings have won the NFC North Divisional Championship 21 times. 21 times. They hold the most NFC North Divisional titles ever amongst all teams. But at the same time, the least Super Bowls. Unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed. And our final question of the day, guys. Question number 10. What was the biggest deficit the Browns have ever overcome to date? Were they down by 21 points and came back? Were they down by 23 points and came back? Or were they down by 25 points and came back? Obviously, today they are leading, so they don't have to worry about this statistic. But not only they were losing to a team, but they came back and won by which one of these deficits? A, B, or C, y'all? For the final question, our answer is indeed C. Yes, that's right. The Cleveland Browns came back from a 25-point deficit on October 5th, 2014 against the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans were leading 28-3, and the Browns put it together, and they made that comeback for the biggest win on the road in NFL history for a team. How incredible is that, guys? The Cleveland Browns have that record. How about it, guys? Did we enjoy today's quiz? Because I do have a little bit of, I got to do my job, guys. That's our affiliate links. If you haven't heard, we do have affiliates for sports betting. We got Underdog. We got Rebet. What's the other one? What's the third one? No Big, Rebet, Underdog are the big 3 right now. Rebet in particular, though, has tons of cool games, and I have not signed up yet, and I'm kind of curious for something new. Underdog's kind of, I don't know about you, but I lose on Underdogs. Feel free to join. They do match you on a dollar amount. I believe it's play 5, get 50 on Rebet right now, and that's pretty cool, man. 100% match on Rebet. Drop 20 bucks, here's 20 bucks. Drop 100 bucks, here's 100 bucks. Hey. All right, guys, that's what we got going on right now. If you are curious, we do have the links on our channel, on our website. It's all over, man. We're here, guys. We will be coming back from this commercial break in London in just a minute. I think they're doing a halftime show, I guess. About 3 or 4 minutes left, y'all, and we will be returning. Let's turn the quiz feed off.
The home team stats and the away team stats and go through the stats.
That's right. We can hit the stats. I think there was actually a couple I missed before. Yeah. I missed 2 head-to-heads. Oh, and we got a super chat coming in.
I don't have the super chat feed on here, but you can read that out.
There we go. It says, actually, the Browns weren't in the opening of the Drew Carey Show as they didn't exist through that show's runs, 95 to 99. Interesting. Thank you for that information, your boy Ham. Your boy Ham knows the Drew Carey Show well. My bad. Browns fans coming in hot. Here we go. Drew Carey Show, though. I just like the song Cleveland Rocks. And he got it, and that's an anthem. That's an anthem. Anyways, I had a few more comparisons for you guys. the run game comparison, we did get a little bit too, but we didn't go fully over. Browns doing better today. Quinton Judkins is making this statistic go well above it. Quinton Judkins currently with 51 yards on the day. Trying to break this statistic. Overall, though, the Browns are averaging about 69 yards on the day in rushing yards. Trying to beat the statistic, make it a little better. The Vikings, however, not doing as well in the rushing category. 63. They're doing 40 less, 50 less than what they're averaging, which is not a good look. Jordan Mason already with 1 fumble on the day. And he needs to keep his hands on the ball. We can't be having easy turnovers like that, man. We cannot be having easy turnovers like that. I mean, these stats are going to change a bit.
You can pull up the player graphics of each offense and then just talk about the.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, and there's that super chat from your boy Ham right there, guys.
You can just double click any of them.
Here we go. All right, guys. Jordan Mason right here. 1 fumble on the day. He is currently at 17 rushing yards, guys. 17 rushing yards for Jordan Mason. He's actually not even leading the team in rushing yards right now. Xavier Scott with 21 on the day. Overall 63, but they're splitting it well about. Wentz has 11 yards. Wentz almost has more than Mason. Oh, my gosh. Jalen Naylor with 15 rushing yards as well. Hello. All right. Top pass catchers for the day, guys. We got Justin Jefferson having a pretty good game. On 6 targets, he's caught 50% of them, and he's at 38 yards right now. 38 yards reception. Oliver not on this chart right now because we have Hockenson. He has 32 yards right now, and in case you didn't know, it wasn't Carson Wentz that passed it to him. Cam Akers with the touchdown pass to Oliver for the only touchdown for the Minnesota Vikings right now, which is incredible. Cam Akers, I didn't even know he was going to play today. But he not only played, he was the substitute QB, I guess. But we have an actual substitute QB coming up with Brosmer after the break here. Also, we have TJ Hockenson with 14 yards, two receptions on 2 targets, and Jordan Mason with 1 yard. Jordan Mason not having a great day today, guys. That's the Vikings offense for you. For the Browns offense, though, it's been primarily Judkins as the front force of this offense. Don't get me wrong. Dylan Gabriel's doing good. He's hitting his tight ends where he needs. Dylan Gabriel currently 102 passing yards on the day with a single touchdown. That single touchdown going to Fannin Jr., also not on the chart right now. Njoku and Fannin Jr. are the 2 dudes that are just destroying the team in receiving. Our top receivers, Njoku, Jerome Ford, Jerry Jeudy, and Fannin Jr. Jerry Jeudy just recently on his 2 receptions got to 15 yards. There's not a lot of ton of offense right now, but we are seeing some progress. Set 10 points from the Browns. The first one, obviously, they were starting at about the 50-yard line, so they didn't have to go as far. But, hey, man, I'm liking it so far. I'm liking it so far. Cam Akers has more passing touchdowns than Sanders already. Wow. Cam Akers. Yikes, man. Dylan Gabriel, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I know he's been trying to get out in open field for a few rushes, but it hasn't made that happen yet. I think he actually is -3 rush yards right now. 3-0 CO Gilly is asking, will Carson return? I do not think he's going to return this game, man. As of right now, Max Brosmer is going to be the substitute quarterback. I'm not sure. We'll see how Brosmer does starting here in just a few minutes. The Vikings are going to be receiving the ball here at the beginning of the half since the Browns got the ball at the beginning of the first half. And I'm expecting this to be a pretty good second half. It should be one heck of a fight. Vikings are going to try to drive it down the field this first drive and see if they can tie it back up. What do you guys think is going to happen? 99 Honda Civic C says Vikings got to put on their winning panties. Let's hope they put them on before. Maybe they were in there back in the locker room. Coach told them all to put them on because they're losing Carson. GTC Reels saying looks like Carson may play. We hope so.
Let's get that drive chart up.
We hope so. Let's get the drive chart up. Here we go. Show the scores. Scores right above me, good sir. Robin Vaughn right above me. We have our scoreboard. Browns 10, Vikings 7. We're about to enter this second half. Let me get my scoreboard back. We got to reset the timeouts.
I got it.
Oh, you got it. Mario's on it, guys. All right, Browns set up to kick this ball off to the Minnesota Vikings, and here we go. And he gets it at the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, and he's going to get contact and stopped at about the 29-yard line. The Vikings to start this second half on their own 29. We got a 1st and 10. Browns leading 10-7. Their defense coming back out to put another hurting on the Minnesota Vikings.
Be right back.
And we will see what this second half has in hold for us, guys. We will see. All right. We got Stefanski currently being interviewed, asking if this defense is going to hold up. I think they might. Myles Garrett's looking good today. Here we go, guys. We got Wentz back on the field. He fakes the handoff. Oh, my goodness, what is going on? Wentz was in the I formation. He fakes the handoff. He tries to give a little shovel pass. Maybe his shoulder's still hurting because it was just an awful little pitch pass right in. Wentz needs to figure it out. Come on, guys. Come on. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings on their own 29-yard line. Here we go, guys. Vikings lining back up for another play. Carson Wentz under center. 2 left, 1 right. He's got Mason in the backfield, and he pitches it to him. Mason on the left side. He's going to bring back to the line of scrimmage and get about 2 more. 3 yards they're going to call it to make it a 3rd and 7. Let me get to the scoreboard. My bad, guys. We got 14 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. It is now 3rd down and 7. Here we go. Possession to Vikings. Obviously, the Browns don't have the ball. Here we go, guys. 3rd and 7. The clock is hot. Carson Wentz lining up yet again. They are currently 1 for 4 on 3rd down conversions, proving our statistics correct yet again in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers right, 1 left. And he's going to go drop back in the pocket. Those Cleveland Browns rushing in hard, and he has to throw it out to Justin Jefferson on the left side. A flag is out, though. Looks like, and it came out from the back judge right by Justin Jefferson. And they are going to call pass interference on the Browns. Pass interference on the Browns. That's going to go against Newsome. And that'll be 12 yards enforced at the Minnesota 32-yard line. That's going to bring him to the 44 after that pass interference call. And that'll bring up a 1st down. 1st down, Minnesota Vikings. 1st and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings. There's 14 minutes remaining in this quarter. 14 minutes remaining in this quarter, guys. Here we go. Carson Wentz under center. He fakes the handoff to Mason. He's dropping back, looking left. He airs it out deep, and he hits Justin Jefferson for a big reception. There we go. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Jay Jettas with a big pass, and that's going to go. That's going to be marked down as a 21-yard gain. 21-yard gain for Justin Jefferson. Good pass, Carson Wentz. That'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings. They are down at the Cleveland 35, well past half field now. Wentz under center, and he's going to hand it off. Fake the handoff to Mason. He throw it up the middle all the way to Naylor. No, that's not Naylor. That's Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison with his first reception of the game. Jordan Addison on a nice 15-yard pass for another 1st down. Here we go. Here we go. Skol. Minnesota Vikings approaching the red zone. They are right at the line. 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 on the 20. Here we go, guys. Carson Wentz in the shotgun formation. Empty backfield. I got 12 minutes and 35 seconds remaining on the clock. And he airs it out on the right side. Tries to get Justin Jefferson, who gets a hand on it but can't bring it in. He's not able to snag that ball for the second touchdown of the Minnesota Vikings. Good attempt. Good attempt. Sam Derby, you made me laugh with that comment. Said I sound like Macho Man Randy Savage's nephew. That's funny as hell. All right, guys. That brings up a second down. Second down for the Minnesota Vikings. 2nd and 10. We got 12 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in this quarter. Jordan Mason gets the handoff off the left side, and he breaks the first down line and gets out a few more, and that's going to bring up a 1st and goal. First down, Minnesota Vikings. First down, Vikings. J-Money saying Addison missed curfew last night, so they penalized him. That's news to me, but that is interesting. All right, guys. 1st and goal for the Minnesota Vikings. Carson Wentz lined up in under center. Mason in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to Mason. Looking to the right side, and he's going to catch Oliver yet again. Ooh, he tries to push himself into the end zone, but gets just shy. Charles Moore asking, who's my favorite team? I'm a Vikings fan, man. I am a Vikings fan, even though I am also rooting on the Browns today. But I like good football. I like good football. No one wants to see a blowout. Obviously, it doesn't hurt all the time. But that's okay. Carson Wentz in the shotgun formation. It is 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, guys. I got 11 minutes and 15 seconds remaining, and he hands it off to Jordan Mason, who pushes it in, and that'll be a touchdown, Vikings. All right, all right, all right. Big touchdown for the Minnesota Vikings, guys, to get him back up in the lead. Let's go, Vikings. Here we go, guys. Jordan Mason with a nice touchdown punches it right through the middle and shows him that the running game of the Minnesota Vikings is not dead. All right, let me stop this clock and get it back to normal. There is exactly 11 minutes and 11 seconds. They are lined up to kick this extra point, and it is good. And that'll bring it to 14. 14 points for the Minnesota Vikings. That makes it so now Oliver has a touchdown and Mason has a touchdown for the Vikings. So ours are our 2 touchdowns. The only passing touchdown, though, has come from Cam Akers. Not Carson Wentz, not the backup. Cam Akers with the only passing touchdown for the Minnesota Vikings today. Wow, oh, wow. All righty, y'all. We are now in a commercial break. Once we are back, the Cleveland Browns, we're going to obtain possession of the ball on the kickoff. Obtain possession on the kickoff. What is going on, y'all? What is going on? I know, Francois, I can't root for the Browns as a Viking fan. I'm just rooting for good football. That's all I'm rooting for. I don't want them to win, personally. I don't want them to win. Charles Moore asking what game we are covering next. Mario will be showing up with his chain. He already has it ready. I actually have it right here. In case you didn't know, Mario's going to pop this guy on. He's going to pop this guy on and call the Cowboys games. Cowboys and Jets, noon today, with Mario Manuel on Football Nation, y'all. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for that? I hope so. I'm ready. Vikings. That's hilarious, man. User 1C8 ear asking, Vikings has 2 Ks in it. Mario did set up the scoreboard. No, there's only 1 K in Vikings. Thank you for telling me, though. Vikings versus the Browns. That'd be cool. That does have a ring to it. Thank you for the help, though, there, User 1. Yeah, this whole time I didn't even notice.
It took a whole first half for everybody to Blame you guys.
Mario said it's y'all's fault. I mean, I don't agree with him. I think it's Mario's fault since he is 100% the person that typed that in. However, Joshua Kim checking in saying, Mario! Charles Moore says he has the Cowboys beating the Jets. I hope they do. I think it's going to be a good game, to be honest. I think it might be a high-scoring game because defenses aren't there, man. Sauce Gardner might show up, but you also have Trayvon Diggs. I'm happy. I'm excited for that game. We are about to exit this commercial break. Minnesota Vikings will be kicking the ball off to the Cleveland Browns. We have 11 minutes remaining within this third quarter, y'all. 11 minutes. And here is the kickoff. Browns are going to catch the ball at about the 5-yard line. And he brings it back to the 15, the 25, the 30. He's going to get brought down at about the 31-yard line.
I said if Santino get 1,000 likes, Santino will take an early morning shot.
Yeah. I'm off today outside of this. But honestly, I don't even call this work, guys. Some people might call this work, but I really like this. This is fun. This is an enjoyable thing to do. The real work does come on the slide making. I have spent over 40 hours a week making slides already this season. But that's fine. That's fine. Alrighty, guys. Cleveland Browns with the ball. Dylan Gabriel under center, starting the drive at the 31-yard line. And we'll start the clock. He hands it off to Judkins right off the bat. There will be a flag on this play, but Judkins is going to be able to get out about 12 yards before he's brought down. We'll see what this flag is. Guessing it's a holding of some sort. Illegal formation, yet again. Illegal formation on the Browns, guys. There's been a lot of illegal formation today. All right, and that will be a 5-yard penalty. And oh, I forgot the possession arrow. That's an easy one to forget. That possession arrow. All right, and that'll bring up a 1st and 15, guys. 1st and 15 for the Cleveland Browns. Let's restart this first play of the drive. 10 minutes and 59 seconds. Just got here. Where's Mario Lopez? Don't you worry, James. He'll be up at 12 at noon for the second game of the day. I'm just calling this one. Here we go, guys. Gabriel in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the right. Takes the snap, and he's going to hand it back off to Judkins, who's going to get about 5, 6, 8, 9-yard gain right there. Big run from Judkins for a 9-yard gain. Oh, wait, there was 2nd and 15. My apologies. I thought it was 2nd and 10. That's a 14-yard gain for Quinton Judkins. What a run. Broke up right up the middle. He was one defender away from being free-falling all the way to the end zone. One defender. It looked like Harrison Smith was able to make that tackle. All right. And that will bring up a 2nd and 1 for the Cleveland Browns. 2nd and 1 for the Cleveland Browns. They're going to try to move the chains right here. Gabriel under center with Judkins behind, and once again a handoff to Judkins, who's going to bring it up and get a 1st down for the Cleveland Browns. 1st down. 1st down, Cleveland Browns, y'all. Judkins steadily running play after play. I like how he's performing. He's doing very well on the field today. Steady, consistent. I think there's only been 1 or 2 tackles for losses when Judkins had the ball. Outside of that, he's more or less gained at least 4 yards every single play. I like it. I like it. Here we go. Gabriel under center. Motion from what looks to be Fannin Jr. right now. And he hands it off to Jerome Ford this time. Jerome Ford going to get about 7 yards right there. Was that Ford? I think that was Ford. Didn't look like a number 10. Looked like 27. I'll wait for the confirmation on that. But as of right now, it does bring up a 2nd and 3 for the Cleveland Browns, guys. 2nd and 3 for the Cleveland Browns. They are currently on the Minnesota 40-yard line in the shotgun formation, trying to move the chains yet again. Here we go. Here's Jerome Ford for sure this time. Oh, and he breaks through the middle. Gets about a 10-yard gain. That'll be another Cleveland Browns 1st down. Moving the chains, says the Browns. Moving the chains. There we go. 1st down for the Cleveland Browns. That'll bring up another 1st and 10. Jerome Ford with a nice rush up the middle. The defensive line for the Minnesota Vikings are leaving gaps today. There's been a lot of up-the-middle rushes from the Browns. Good job on your assignments from the blockers. Doing very well. Browns looking to continue this drive. Shotgun formation from Dylan Gabriel. He's going to hand it back off to Jerome Ford for another rush up the middle yet again. And this time they're going to stop him for about 2-yard gain. 2-yard gain for Ford. Bring up a 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 for the Cleveland Browns. This third quarter is moving, y'all. I have not stopped this clock. There's already 7.5 minutes remaining, halfway through the third quarter here. Second half rolling. We got 2nd and 8. They actually say 2nd and 7 for the Cleveland Browns right now. Judkins back in the game. Gabriel under center. We got motion from the left side. No pass. Oh, and he flips it out to Judkins on the left, who's out past the first line, gets all the way to the 20-yard line before getting pushed out of bounds. Good job by Judkins and Gabriel on that little pass to getting some space out in open field. That'll bring up another first down for the Cleveland Browns. First down. Judkins looking good today, guys. I like Judkins. I like Judkins. Mario says he likes Judy, but Judy is MIA, my friends. Judy today, 2 receptions. 2 receptions from Judy, and that's it. That is it. Here we go, guys. Gabriel under center. Fakes the handoff this time. Oh, and they get in and almost sack him. Was able to get it out to Njoku, who hurdles somebody. Njoku with the hurdle over the Minnesota defense on a nice little 6-yard gain. Nice little chip pass off that left side. I like that. That was cool. Look at this. Njoku leaping over the defender before getting tackled by Hargrave. I didn't know Njoku could jump that high. That's a big man in the air.
That was sick. That's a highlight reel.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a full hurdle. That guy tackled the air. He's continued stumbling for 4 yards out of bounds. Here we go, guys. Gabriel under center, hands it back off to Judkins, it looks like, who's going to get, just shy of the first down. Judkins just shy of the first down on a 3-yard gain to bring up 3rd and 1, y'all. 3rd and 1 for the Cleveland Browns. Here we go. 3rd and 1 for the Cleveland Browns, y'all. We got 5 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Cleveland Browns trying to take the lead right here. Cleveland Browns, Gabriel, shotgun, hands it off to Judkins, who's trying to run it up the middle again, but gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to stop this drive right here, right now. Vikings bringing up the 4th and 1 for the Cleveland Browns. Well, go for it or nah, y'all. Do they go for it or nah? I think they're going for it, y'all. Gabriel out there calling a play right now. You think they're going to try to fake the snap, get him offsides? That would put him down by 1, and what a weird number. We'll see. As of right now, it looks like they're going for it. Gabriel under center, 2 backs in the backfield, 1 receiver right. The line is loaded. Oh, and they hike it. Hand it off to Judkins up the right side, who gets it. He's going to get the first down for the Cleveland Browns. Judkins running hard, broke 1 tackle right shy of that first down line. He tried for that one. Look at that. Runs right over the defender. What a beautiful broken tackle by Judkins. I think that was Murphy Jr. who couldn't secure it. Was it? I can't tell. Looks like he dodged the tackle from the cornerback, Murphy. 1st and goal, y'all. Here we go. 1st and goal for the Cleveland Browns. Dalen Gabriel under center. Judkins in the backfield. We got 1 receiver right, and he hands it back off to Judkins, who tries another rush up the middle and going to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They may call this a 1-yard gain. I am not certain on that just yet. Nope. No gain. No gain for Judkins on that run. Bring up a 2nd and goal for the Cleveland Browns. 2nd and goal. The stadium does look very full today out there. I imagine it's sold out. Because, I mean, London don't get too many games. I imagine these tickets sell out way well ahead of time. Like, could you imagine if there was one NFL game in the entire United States? Dylan Gabriel in the shotgun formation. He's got a back to his left. Fakes the handoff to Ford. Looking around left center, who airs it out to the middle of the field, but couldn't connect with any of his receivers once again. That is the first stoppage to the clock. Like in the entire third quarter is what it feels like. 3rd and goal, guys. Cleveland Browns at the Minnesota 9-yard line, trying to punch this in to get some more points on the board, man. They're trying to get the lead back after that last touchdown from the Minnesota Vikings. Here we go. Gabriel, shotgun formation. Ford to his right, takes the hike, looking left, looking center, airs it out, and it looks like he's going to hit it. David Njoku for a touchdown. Cleveland Browns. Boop, boop. What?
That's my bad.
Mario says field goal. I disagree.
You added extra point. I field goal twice.
Touchdown. No, we're good. Touchdown Browns. And that brings the score from 10-14 to 16-14 Brown. David Njoku with a nice pass up the middle in the middle of 2 or 3 defenders. Holds on to it and gets the points back on the board to put the Browns in the league. The extra point is up, and it is good. Extra point up, and it is good, y'all. And the Browns. I just dropped Njoku last week, man. I dropped Njoku last week because he'd been splitting the shares with Fannin, and of course, he gets his touchdown right there, of course. Wow, indeed, Mao. Mao at South Carolina, I'm assuming SC stands for, says, wow. Wow, indeed. Did you guys expect another touchdown from the Cleveland Browns right there after they killed what? Was that like an 8-minute drive? It felt like, maybe even longer. Wow, indeed. Keep feeding Judkins. Give him the touchdown. Play action passing on the next drive when they start cheating the line, says Clem Benson. Shadur Grossing will not get him playtime, says John Landrigan. Checking in for Justin Jefferson, says Aiden. Need him to get a touchdown. I would love to see a Jay Jetta's touchdown, Aiden. I would love to see that. I would hype me up quite a lot, actually. John Williams, I just dropped the Browns off at the Super Bowl. Yeah? Think so? Browns in the Super Bowl? That would be a sight for sore eyes. I need Gabriel under 175 passing, says Matthew McConnell. Gabriel currently at 135 passing. Oh, that's going to be a hard one, man. I do wish you the best of luck in any of your bets, including all of you who are out there betting. I wish all of you the best of luck on your bets today. In case you need it, I do have the stats right now to my left if you need the stats. Anything you need. Of course, there are a little more receiving. I'll bring that up as well right there for you. Malik Campbell needs 7 more yards from Justin Jefferson. James Young saying, I knew Gabriel would ball today. I knew Gabriel would ball today, says James Young. Shadur crying right about now. Yeah, that is rough for Shadur. If I was in his feet, I would be hoping Gabriel would not have the best game. Just for starts, because we all know Shadur is dying for some NFL football. Talked a lot of smack, and now he's third string. Rookies either do great or flop their first game, says John Landrigan. All right, as of right now, Dylan Gabriel is not a flop. No interceptions. I think he's been sacked 1 time today. But outside of that, Browns are the happiest they've been. They are celebrating like crazy, Judkins and Njoku on the sideline. We are exiting the commercial break right now, guys, and we will be returning to some live football. Browns kicking the ball off to the Vikings right now. They're going to get this ball at about the 1-yard line and bring it back to the 20, the 25 before he's shut down from this drive. They're going to mark it at the 26-yard line, guys. 26-yard line for the Minnesota Vikings to start their first. No, this is their second drive. Second drive of the third quarter. There's only been 2 drives so far, guys. Minnesota Vikings punted away their first drive, and the Browns took the next 10 or so minutes on that slow drive, which ended in a David Njoku touchdown to bring them into the lead 17-14. We're looking for some more action right now. I want to see some Justin Jefferson action deep downfield. Here we go. We got lots of receivers out there. 2 left, 1 right. Carson Wentz in a shotgun formation. 1st and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings, 26. He takes the snap. Oh, and he's brought down. Big sack. Carson Wentz ate dirt right there. Oh, my goodness. Never stood a chance. And that's going to be a sack. That's going to be going to Wright for the Cleveland defense. Wright is going to get his first sack of the game. Wentz goes down hard right there, man. And that's going to be recorded for a minus 8 yard. 8-yard loss on the first play of this drive for the Minnesota Vikings. Bringing up a 2nd down and 18. 2nd and 18 for the Minnesota Vikings. Here comes the next play. They're going to give a little shovel pass out to Jordan Mason on the left side. Who's going to bring it back to the line of scrimmage for about a 1-yard gain. About a 1-yard gain, guys. Uh-oh. Jordan Mason not getting up yet. Jordan Mason holding his legs. Holding his legs. I can't tell if he got the breath knocked out of him or if his leg is hurting yet. And this is going to lead to what seems to be a quick injury ref timeout. And that'll bring us quick commercial, guys. Quick commercial, guys. What up, newbies? Is this your first time at Football Nation, guys? Because if it is, I'm not your normal host. I'm Santino. My name is Santino. The normal host is Mario Manuel, and he is phenomenal at it. But I want to know if this is your first time here. If this is your first time here, drop your last 5 emojis. We'll drop ours right here. And I want to see the newbies follow up. If you are new, drop 5 emojis. We want to see the newbies here. Here's our emojis. We got some randoms. We be doing some crazy stuff out here. We love Football Nation, y'all. Who are the newbies? Flag football coming soon, says Jack. Malik, here we go. Malik Campbell, newbies. Paul Georges, Marilyn, Lacey Leto, I see y'all. John Buckingham, Connor Johnson, Fitzy, Quincy Angel. We got Leonardo C., Tyrek Humes, Cool Killa 300-0, Paul Gorges. I think I already called you out, Paul, but if not, what up, my dude? David Zepsy. David Zepsy with the hello. Hello. What's up, my dude? What's up, David? How you doing today? I got Clutch Sports Media 365. What's good, y'all? What's good, man? How you doing, Clutch Sports? What is up? Who else is out there? I know we got way more in there. We got Steph Tones, guys. We got Coffee PH Lover. We are coffee lovers here as well, man. Jake's Universe checking in for the first time. I got Mark's Home Hobby, Steph Tones. Danny Williams says he's been watching since last season, but here's some emojis. What's up, Danny? Blake Schumann checking in. What is up, y'all? What is going on? Jackie Baker. What's up, y'all? What's up? My name's Santino. I am your host for the first game of today. And let's effing go, y'all. We are Football Nation. In case you didn't know, Football Nation USA is what we are. We call football. We love football. We do tons of stuff. If you haven't checked, we have plenty of content. We have a website with tons of stuff. If you haven't checked in, we also do pick'ems, which I will go into in just a minute. But we are exiting our commercial break. Thank you guys so much for checking in. We really, really, really appreciate it. And if I didn't get a chance to see y'all, hi, Ben. If I didn't get a chance to see y'all, I will do my best to call you out on the next times. Thank you, Howard. I appreciate that. Minnesota Vikings lining up for a big 3rd and 17 played right here. Carson Wentz shotgun, takes the snap, scrambling in the pocket. Looks like he's going to get sacked from the behind by, was that Myles Garrett? Ooh, Myles Garrett drags him down. Makes Carson Wentz look like a frickin' ragdoll by dragging him down from behind. He chased him down like a dog, man. Carson Wentz tried to get a little pump fake before he crossed the line of scrimmage. And Myles Garrett, I don't know if that's going to go down. No, that's going to go down as a 2-yard rush, actually, from Carson Wentz, not as a sack for Myles Garrett. He will get the tackle. Vikings are going to enter a 4th and 16 and punt the ball away to the Cleveland Browns right here. We have 1 minute remaining in the third quarter, guys. And the Cleveland Browns are going to call a fair catch here. And the Vikings are going to let it roll all the way to the 2. Good punt there from right on the Minnesota Vikings. There is a flag down. There is a flag down on the play, guys. Give me one moment. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, it's the best. Holding on receiving team. I imagine this gets enforced at the Cleveland 2, halfway to the goal. They're going to be at the goal line / 1 yard line right now.
Safety warning.
Cleveland Brown beginning their drive on maybe the yard line. Maybe the 1. Maybe the 1. 1st and 10. This doesn't get any more dangerous. Jordan Mason out. S Psycho Music. I'm not 100%. He was down. We don't have a confirmation on that as the Vikings just entered a defense. We will try to find that out for you in just a second, my man. We will try to find that out for you in just a second. The Vikings did just punt the ball to the Browns, who will be starting their drive at their own 1 yard line, I believe. Their own 1 yard line. Until then, what's up, y'all? Thanks for just checking in, all you newbies. We really appreciate it. We hope you guys come back. We hope you're enjoying it. We hope you come back for the 2nd game, maybe the 3rd, or even the 4th game. We got games all day. In case you haven't been here before, all Sunday, we're live, y'all. We have football. If you can't get the game, if you just want to listen to it, you're at work, we get it. We're calling it all day. We're going to try to do it as professional as we can so you get every statistic, every play call, every down. We don't want you to miss a single thing here today. And if you think you're good, what I was just talking about, the pick'ems, if you think you're good at playing football or guessing who's going to win the games, head over to our site, our website. We do weekly pick'ems, y'all. Next week's going to be up here soon over the next couple days, and then you could make pick'ems. And if you get them all right, that's a free $100. $300 in your pocket. We're not asking for money to play, but we are giving money if you win. So far, we are in week 5, and no one in the first 4 weeks has gotten all of the games right. We were very close to 1, I believe, in week 2.
Well, every week, everyone's gotten all but 1.
Dang, Mario just chimed in, said every week now there have been multiple people that have gotten all of the games right except 1. 1 away from $100 winners.
Only 14 games this week, so that...
And we are entering bye season now. There's byes every week. So you're looking at 14, 15, 13 games, depending on each week. For the majority, it's going to be 14 games. And it makes it easier, y'all. You don't have to get all 16 like the first 4 weeks. It's just now 14 games. Can you get 14 games right? Do you think you can? 28 teams? You think you can get their matchups correct? Because if you can, that's $100 in your pocket. $100. Here we go, guys.
I love Jason Sudeikis.
Jason Sudeikis out there in London.
It's Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso in London, live. All right, guys, Cleveland Browns, 1st and 10 on their own 1. Hands it off to Judkins on the right in the end zone, and Judkins going to try to power through. Looks like it's going to be about a 2-yard gain. They're going to mark it as 1 yard gain, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 9 for the Cleveland Browns on their own 2. On their own 2-yard line. Danger zone. We're in the danger zone, y'all. Nobody wants to be in the danger zone. Here we go, guys. Dylan Gabriel under center. We're in the I formation. Fannin in front of Judkins right now. We got motion on the left side. Here we go. They're on their own 2-yard line. 2nd and 8. 13 seconds left in the third quarter. They hand it off to Judkins, who breaks through the middle, finds a gap, and is able to make some space. Get about 8 yards there. 8 yards for Judkins, and that looks like it's going to bring an end to the third quarter. There it is. End of the third quarter. Man, that buzzer is loud. Here we go. 3rd and 1 once we return from this third quarter break. When we return, it'll be fourth quarter, guys. Last quarter of the game. 17-14 Browns. We got a good game. Dennis Clemens asking where the stats. Right now, we're trying to create a relationship with y'all during the commercial. As soon as the plays begin again, as soon as this fourth quarter stats, all the stats will be right to my left at all times. Every single stat, as much as we could fit on the screen. And while it's there, feel free. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Dr. Smalls saying, sub to my channel, Dr. Smalls. I don't know what you do, Dr. Smalls, but we appreciate you checking in here. Thanks for coming. TRT Nola. Most got to stop being insecure. Okay, here we go. Voodoo A1 AI40. It's crazy that Judkins doesn't have a touchdown yet. I agree, man. Actually, I think both Browns touchdowns have now come from the tight ends. Once again, still no wide receiver touchdowns for the Browns through, oh, no, that's no current wide receivers. The only wide receiver that has touchdowns is Tillman, who is on the injured list currently. No starting players today on the receiver list have a touchdown. Brian Fitzgerald says, show the field. I don't think we can do that, man. I don't think we're allowed to show the true field. Charles Moore, will you still walk away with your head held high, Centino, if the Browns defeat the Vikings? Of course I will. I'm a Vikings fan. I've been a Vikings fan since I was a kid. And that's ain't got to change. I mean, the Browns beat the Packers. So, I mean, if they win, they win. Anything can happen in football, guys. Anything can happen in football. Nothing is too crazy for football. We've all seen insane upsets over the years of watching. And, I mean, walking into this, I thought this was going to be a pretty even game. Everyone's saying the Browns are the Browns, but the Browns are the Browns, y'all. That's the best defense in the league currently. Like, I don't know what the smack talk is toward. They're still good, y'all. They're still good. I mean, I understand the people always talking about Shadur. Obviously, that's a whole nother thing with the media and such. Skull Vikings, time for a stop. I hear you, Richard Wolf. Let's get this stop. I want to see a big Viking stop. Jake's Universe says Browns going to win. Browns are going to win. I hope not. Patrick Wunder. Is it Wunder? It might be Wunder if it's German. Browns start my 4-pick parlay. Good, go Browns. We may disagree, my friend. Michael Castro, even if they win. Oh, and we are back, guys. Cleveland Browns with the ball. They're going to hand it off to Quinton Judkins for a 0-yard gain on that 3rd and 1. And that'll bring up a 4th and 1. 4th down and 1 now, guys. Browns are on their own 10. So I can't imagine anything but a punt. There's no way that the Browns are going to go for it on their own 10. That would be crazy. Yeah, I'm a Vikings fan. Big Vikings fan. We out here. TRT Nola. Browns going to punt it away right here to the Minnesota Vikings. They are currently leading by 3 points. So their defense needs to turn on their guns and see if they can stop Carson Wentz. Here we go. And they get the punt return. They're going to bring it 5-10, about 12 yards up to about the 42-yard line. They're going to start this drive in Cleveland territory. Decent return, 11-yard return. Obviously, it was a difficult punt. He didn't have a lot of space, so he had to get it off quick. And punting from the end zone, even making it to the opposite side of the field, is considered a significant punt. 60 yards is pretty solid. Here we go, guys. It is 1st and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings, starting in the Cleveland Browns territory on the Cleveland Browns 43-yard line. 43 yards to take the lead is what the Vikings need. Carson Wentz under center. We got wide receivers split between the left and right. It looks like it's Xavier Scott out there right now, guys, who is going to get throttled. They hand it off to Xavier Scott, and Xavier Scott gets tackled well before the line. That looks like it's going to be a 3-yard loss. Oh, and they're piling up as if Xavier Scott fumbled it. Oh, I really hope not. Scott. Oh, it is a fumble. Oh, no. Fumbled it just like Mason did in the first quarter. Xavier Scott loses the ball, and I think the Browns might have got the possession. Oh, Myles Garrett got it. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. That is not a good start to the drive, guys. That's exactly the opposite of what we needed. There is going to be a flag on the play. They're going to call unnecessary roughness on the Cleveland Browns, but that was after the play. So the Browns with a big forced fumble. They are going to get the possession. Browns with the possession. That's the second fumble for the Vikings. Both of their running backs have now fumbled the ball. Jordan Mason, who is not here right now, I guess, is fumbled the ball in the first quarter. Xavier Scott, first play for the Vikings in the fourth quarter, fumbles the ball. Yikes. No interceptions as far as I know today, but 2 fumbles. Cleveland Browns coming into the day with only 2 forced turnovers, and now they're already at 4, doubled their year in turnover rate. Yikes, guys. I did not expect that. Ramsey saying he hears Mr. Mario in the background. Yeah, he's awake now. It took him a bit. You should have seen him at 7:15, man. He was a mess. He was a mess. Zorixo saying stats will be back as soon as the game comes back on, my friend. Michael Castro piling it on. I know, man. It's bad. Smoke Show saying he needs another Njoku touchdown. I like Njoku, man. I like Njoku a lot. If Gabriel can get a 20-yard pass to Judy, honestly, man, the Browns receiving corps, I don't even know if they're there. It's just tight ends. Mad Steve saying the great Santino. What up, Mad Steve? Connor Johnson, scripted fumbles. Danny Williams, can you fix the screens? What's wrong with the screens? What one? The drive chart's not showing because there was a large description of the play. It'll come right back up in just a second. But, whenever there's like a lot of penalties, it'll just have a paragraph of text, and that just pushes the drive chart down. So as soon as the next play begins, that'll disappear, and the drive chart will return. Yeah. Of course. Of course. I don't think I'm going to have time, though. All right, guys, we are about to return from the commercial break, and I got the stats for you, guys. Boom. There's, boom, stats. Here we go. Right there, I got the rushing stats. If you need the receiving, I'm going to put the rushing and receiving right about there, and that will show both. There we go. We got rushing and receiving available for y'all. Here we go, guys. Dylan Gabriel takes the snap, gets rushed in by a 4-man rush, and gets to toss the ball away. It looked like it could have been intentional grounding, but there was someone close, I suppose. Quinton Judkins, the intended receiver right there. But that is going to go down as an incomplete pass for Dylan Gabriel. Incomplete pass. Where is my scoreboard? Here we go. 2nd and 10, guys. 13 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. We got a game. Here we go. 17-14 Browns. Dylan Gabriel under center. Judkins in the backfield. We got a receiver split between the left and the right. Oh, and we got motion. 2 to the left. They hand it off to Judkins, who's going to try to run up the middle again. He pushes through, breaks a tackle or two, spins around, and they need the entire Vikings defense to bring this man down. Judkins is a power rusher. He's going to get a 6-yard gain right there after getting met at the line of scrimmage. Wow. Forced his way through. They stopped him at the line of scrimmage. I don't know how he got 6 yards. Absolutely crazy. Mario's wife is a champion, y'all. Brings us breakfast. What an amazing woman. What a gal. What a gal. 3rd and 4, guys. Dylan Gabriel in the shotgun formation. He's got Jerome Ford to his right now after the motion. 2 receivers right and 1 left. Takes the snap and looking left, looking center. Ooh, he dodges the sack. Oh, but not that one, and the Vikings bring him down. tackle for a loss. The Vikings get a big sack right there to bring up a 4th down. 4th down for the Minnesota Vikings. For the Cleveland Browns. The Minnesota Vikings force a 4th down. 4th and 6. On their own 34-yard line. The Cleveland Browns are going to most likely punt this one away, giving the Minnesota Vikings another chance for the ball. They got to drive this down the field and at least get a field goal on the board to tie it up. Here comes the punt, y'all. Here comes the punt. It's up and away. And it's going to be kicked out of bounds for no chance of a return. We're going to see where he marks it. I never understand how they could see that. There's no way you could see that. That ball's like 50 feet in the air. Right here. Probably right here. Looks like they're going to mark him at about the 25-yard line after this commercial break, guys. After this commercial break, Minnesota Vikings taking the field. Here we go. Maroon Commando. Mario had a good night, I'm guessing. Well, actually, if you weren't here, Mario last night was calling MLB playoffs. He was calling the Detroit Tigers and the Seattle Mariners all night. It was a good game. Extra innings. I believe it went to the 11th. The 11th inning. Who took the W there, Mario?
The Detroit Tigers upset the Mariners.
Detroit Tigers upset the Mariners last night. If you guys haven't been paying attention to MLB playoffs, we are doing that as well. If you guys are interested, we have all the games we are playing on our channel. They should already be set up for the next couple days, maybe today, tomorrow. I think we'll be doing more on Tuesday or Wednesday, so keep your ears out, guys. Keep your ears out if you like baseball. We'll be here covering it. Clem Vincent, Cleveland has been playing smart offense in the second half. Well, they're winning, man, so they're doing something right. I do agree with you there. There has to be a better way to configure punts out of bounds. We're still waiting. Yeah, I know, man. We just need a camera. Just one.
They just need to use a digital
There's
tracker.
just one vertical camera. Just one vertical camera. It'll catch it as soon as it goes out. Easy peasy. Shouldn't be a problem. Mike Johnson says notifications are on now. That's what we like to hear, man. Well, be ready. We're going to be blowing you up. We are live all day today, so your phone's going to be getting multiple notifications. Jake's Universe says, what is Mario eating? It is a phenomenal breakfast prepared by the woman of the house here. Eggs, bacon, and waffles. Dang, that sounds really freaking good. Anyways, Doug Ross saying, wow, Tigers, yes. Dr. Smalls, let's get David Njoku another touchdown. I see you, Dr. Smalls. You do not have to spam that. That is okay. It's all right, man. I see you. GTC Reels saying, my team moved, so baseball is dead to me. Which team moved? Which team moved? What was your team, GTC Reels? Let me know. Let me know in the chat, and I'll try to see it. Mad Steve saying, you cats are a sports machine. We're trying to be, man. We're trying to be a well-oiled machine, but currently it's just two wheels turning, and we're doing our best. And that's all we can do, y'all. Dumb and Dumber. Which one's dumber? You don't know. Here we go, guys. Back to the game. Carson Wentz under center. We got, is that Jordan Mason back on the field? And he takes the toss and immediately gets tackled before the line of scrimmage. Looks like it might be a no gain or a -1 yard gain. Loss. No gain. No gain for Mason. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings. Let me start this clock and we'll get the time a ticking. I think we're at about 11 minutes and 40. Oh, no. No, we're about to. Clock did not move. We're at 12 minutes left of this quarter, guys. 2nd and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings. Carson Wentz under center. Mason in the backfield. Wide receiver split on the sides. Here we go. Fakes the handoff. Moving in the pocket. Looks right. Airs it out. Ooh. Tipped off the hands of, what was that, Ward? Denzel Ward with a nice pass deflection. Intended receiver, Addison. Oh, no, that was Delpit. The man with the interception of the year so far. Did he get a pick 6 this year? I think he might have. Here we go, guys. It is 3rd and 10 now for the Minnesota Vikings. A minute and a half. 11 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Here we go. Carson Wentz takes the snap, looking deep center, and he airs it out. Oh, and he catches it. Justin Jefferson with a huge reception downfield. They're going to mark that down as 38 yards. Wow, first down, Minnesota. Let's go. All right. Here we go, guys. Jay Jetta's still here. Who needed those big passes from Jay Jetta? There's one. There's one, y'all. Here we go. First down, Minnesota. They are now on the Cleveland Browns 37-yard line. Cleveland Brown, 1st and 10 for the Vikings. They got to give it right back to Jay Jetta's on a little bubble screen is what it looked like. And he's going to get about 5-yard gains. Gains, y'all. Leading up a 2nd and 5. Clock is still a ticking, y'all. This 4th quarter is moving fast. Is he? All right, guys. 2nd and 5. Here comes Carson Wentz under center. Mason in the backfield. All the receivers on the right side of the field. Naylor motion to the left. Fakes the handoff. Oh, Carson Wentz almost got smothered. Airs it out over to Oliver on the left side, who cannot complete the pass. Might have been the better scenario, though. If he caught that, he was about 3 yards shy of the line of scrimmage, and there was already a defender waiting for him. Honestly, the pass drop may have been the better move to bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm hoping they take the lead here. I would be okay if they tie the game. As long as we get points on the board, we cannot have another turnover here. Carson Wentz, shotgun formation. 10 minutes and 25 seconds remain. Here we go. Takes the snap. Drop back a little. Ooh, dodge the tackle, but not that one. And he gets taken down again. Collins on the Cleveland Browns going to go down with a sack. Here. Oh, man. Wentz. That's not what we wanted. That's going to go down as a loss of 1 yard after Wentz goes down to another sack. Man, oh, man. This is going to set up a 4th and 5. 4th and 6, 4th and 5 for the Minnesota Vikings. And they're going to line up for the field goal. Lined up on the right hash. It's going to be a 51-yard attempt. Ooh, it's up and it almost blocked. And it is no good. No good. That is so far to the right side. It looked like a gust of wind came and blew it. He missed by a mile. By a mile. I think he saw a defender coming from the left side, so he tried to adjust his angle. At least that's what I'm going to say, because that was an awful field goal, guys, and that is really, really bad. Darn it. Missed field goal for the Vikings. And that is going to be a Browns possession now, y'all. They're going to get the ball at their own 41-yard line, almost midfield. Chaser saying Vikings suck, WTF. I agree, man. You can't be missing field goals like that. 51-yarder. He was like 5 yards off the post on the right side, man. There was nowhere close. I knew that was a miss right off the foot almost. Like, it was bad. Browns are still up by 3, guys. Browns are still up by 3. They're going to get the ball after this commercial break on their own 41, and they're going to try to get this game closer to the end. Maybe get it out of reach even for the Minnesota Vikings if they can get another touchdown. Make it a 2-possession game with less than 10 minutes remaining. 3 still wins the game, Danny Williams. It sure does, man. It really does. It sure does. SA21 saying up by 6. They kick a field goal. Browns win. Well, if they kick a field goal, it'll be up by 6. It does not mean a win. 1 touchdown from the Vikings, and they could easily bring it right back, if not take the W. The Browns would love a touchdown here. A touchdown here could make it almost out of reach. 2-possession game this late in the game is rough. It'll kill morale. The Vikings are going to have to air it out, which gives a higher percentage of turnovers with interceptions. Browns, I mean, anyone can probably guess what's going to happen. They're going to give it to Judkins for the next 9.5 minutes. That's their goal. If they can kill 60 seconds, 40 seconds after each play or so.
then they're looking at running it down the field about 50 yards. If they run it the whole time, they'll give the Vikings the ball back with like 2 or 3 minutes left. Eric Rodriguez asking if Vikings kicking a field goal. They were, and they missed. They missed the field goal, Eric Rodriguez, by a long shot. It was so far right, man. It was so far right. Tarmish Bush saying, hello, Santiago. I am Santino, but that is close, and I do appreciate the hello. Alrighty, guys, back to the game. Dylan Gabriel under center. And he's going to hand it off to Quinton Judkins just like we told you. However, he is going to get stopped right before the line of scrimmage, guys. There is a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be holding on the Browns, guys. Holding on the Browns. And that's going to bring up another first down, but it's going to be first down and 20 now. First down and 20 after the holding call by the Browns. Unfortunate for the Browns. That does get the clock. The clock is moving, though, guys. We have 9 minutes and 31 seconds remaining. And it is moving. First and 20. Cleveland Browns, they're now at their own 31 instead of 41 after that mishap by the holding call. 9 minutes. Here we go. Gabriel in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers right. He's looking center right now, and he airs it out. It's going to be Njoku again, who's running up the middle, pulling 3 men on his shoulders before he gets taken down. A nice gain of 11 for David Njoku. Cleveland Browns now back at the 42, which makes it 2nd and 9. So what was an 11-yard gain is a 1-yard gain and 10 yards of remake of the holding penalty yardage. 2nd and 9. Cleveland Browns on their own 42, trying to get past midfield here and get another first down. Here we go, guys. Dylan Gabriel under center. He's relying heavily on tight ends. The Njoku and Fannin Jr. show. He hands it off to Quinton Judkins on the right side, who's booking it. And he gets like 13, 14 yards. Yeah, 14 yards. And he's going to end up at the Minnesota 44 across midfield. And that's going to be a Cleveland Browns first down. Oh, man, this is a good game, y'all. Good game, 17-14. Halfway through the last quarter of the game, Vikings need to put on their defense. We need to get rally caps going. We need all the things. Quinton Judkins having a field day on the ground. Quinton Judkins currently with 109, I think. Dang. All right, Gabriel under center, fakes the handoff to Judkins. Passes, tries to get another little chip pass to Njoku on the right, but Gabriel couldn't maintain his accuracy while scrambling, which should have been an easy little touch pass on the right for like 5 yards. Gabriel messed that one up, man. That's a young QB mistake right there, for sure. You got to be able to pass on the run. He didn't have any defenders around him, and there wasn't too much pressure since he was scrambling and getting away. He should have made that. Anyways, moving on. Gabriel, shotgun formation, hands it off to Judkins, goes for another run up the middle, gets about a 4-yard gain. They're going to mark it down as 3 before getting knocked on down. That'll bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Cleveland Browns. Clock's a ticking, y'all. We have like 7 minutes remaining. Ooh, snap, y'all. Oh, man. I want the Vikings to win, but it doesn't look good. 112 yards for Judkins on the day. 112 yards. 3rd and 7 for the Cleveland Browns. Gabriel in the shotgun formation takes the snap, dropping back, looking left, sends it deep, and nobody's there. He's going to pass it out of bounds. Out of bounds. Gabriel and the Browns wide receivers are disconnected right now. They are not on the same page, guys. Not on the same page. I'm actually super curious. Judy and Isaiah Bond, the only wide receivers with passes today, and they total a total of 22 receiving yards, guys. 22 receiving yards with combined totals of the Cleveland Browns wide receivers. Here comes the punt, guys. Big 4th and 7 punt from the Cleveland Browns to give it back to the Vikings. And this is going to go. Oh, what a good job by the Browns. That was incredible. What would have been a touchback. It is? They're calling it a touchback? Oh, that was a good attempt. He walked in the end zone, in and out. Dang. That was such a good attempt. On a punt, the Cleveland Browns were able to deflect the ball off that first bounce to stop it from entering the end zone. And the Cleveland Browns wrap it up. But as they wrapped it up, one of the Browns had his toe tap the goal line. And that's enough. That's enough for a touchback, guys. Unfortunate. That would have been the best punt of the year, probably. In all reality, that would have been on the point one. Like literally inches. Inches. It would have been 1st and 10, and they only had to get to the 9 somehow. Alrighty, guys. 1st and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings. They're beginning this drive on their own 20-yard line. They need to bring it down the field for at least a field goal to tie it up, but they're looking to take the lead right here. A touchdown will give an extra point. Will give them a 4-point lead, putting them just out of reach of a field goal. So we'll see how it goes, man. I'm looking forward to this drive. We need to make some actions. I need these Vikings. We got the Vikings here, y'all. Where are our Vikings fans at? Let's see some purple and gold in the chat, guys. I want to see some purple and gold in the chat. We need some Skull vibes. Let's see it. Blow those horns. Put your rally caps on. Get your purple and gold going. Here's the handoff to Jordan Mason from Carson Wentz, who's going to get about a 4-yard gain. 4-yard gain from Mason. Let's go, y'all. Here we go. Clock is hot. Clock is hot. Here we go. There we go, guys. Skull. Let's go, Vikings. Let's hear it. Let's see it, y'all. 17-14. The game is not over. It's never over until it's over. 2nd and 6. I got 6 minutes and 23 seconds on the clock. Carson Wentz under center. Takes the height. Looks right. Finds TJ Hockenson for a nice yard. About 5-yard gain, and that'll bring up a Vikings 1st down. Almost looked the wrong way. It's all right. That's all right. Almost. That's the Browns. All right, guys. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, baby. 1st and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings. We got 6 minutes remaining. Come on, Wentz. All right. Wentz. Shotgun formation. Ready for the snap. 2 receivers right. 2 receivers left. Mason in the backfield. Motion from Naylor from the right to the left. Looking right to the single receiver. It's going to be Addison, I think, with a nice little 4-yard, 5-yard gain for Jordan Addison. Very nice on Addison for his 2nd reception of the day. 2nd reception of the day. Yeah, nice catch. They showed the replay, and I thought it was going to be a weird drop about to happen, but that's a good catch and hold from Addison to make it a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 for the Minnesota Vikings on their own 36, driving it down the field. Here we go. Carson Wentz under center. Mason in the backfield. We got motion from Addison. They're going to hand it off to Mason, who's going to find a gap on the right side and make it for the 40, the 50, the 55 before getting taken down. That'll go down for about a 30. Is that a 30? No, that would have been a 25-yard gain. However, I think there's a flag on the play. I believe there is a flag on the play, guys. And it... Yep. Holding on the Vikings, guys. They're bringing it back. Yeah, my bad, guys. It's not the 55. I know. You can make fun of me. I said 45. I was excited. I got excited. I got excited. Will they? I got it. I got excited, guys. Don't bust my balls. 45. They brought it back, though, so it didn't matter anyway. It's 2nd and 15 now, y'all, unfortunately. 2nd. Oh, man. I think it's 2nd and 15 now. Waiting on the update. I believe it's 2nd and 15. We have 4 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in this quarter, y'all. 3-point deficit. Everyone's calling me out. It's fair, y'all. It's fair. In the heat of the moment, though, right after that 50-yard line, you know. What comes after 50? 51, right? Nope, 49. I guess I'm seeing a 2nd and 8, which doesn't make too much sense on any way, shape, or form. Oh, got it. Holding happened beyond the line of scrimmage, would brought them back and make it a 2nd and 8. They are now on their own 28-yard line, and they're going to toss a little pass out. Carson Wentz going to find Hockenson before the line of scrimmage, but he's going to get dragged down. And they're going to lose yards, guys. TJ Hockenson going to go down for a loss of 3 yards. Bring up 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11, guys. Clock is hot with 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Thanks for the help with the scoreboard, Mario. It is not easy to do all these. Alrighty, guys. Carson Wentz in the shotgun formation. Here we go. Big time play right here. Empty backfield. Looking left. Scrambling. Oh, and he gets sacked. He got touched, and he couldn't stay up. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Flag is thrown. Carson Wentz, as of right now, went down with a big sack to make it a 4th and 23 after that, but I need to see what happened. Yeah, man, they didn't stand a chance. They should have held him. It's that O-line, man. Just damaged up O-line. They can't hold up this late into the game. Hello? They picked the flag up. No flag, guys. This is going to be a punt. Punt. Oh, and that didn't look like a good punt. Not bad. Oh. He's going to get the bounce. I thought he called a fair catch, which is interesting why he started running. But no, he's going to get the punt. Larvadane getting the punt and bringing it back for about 12 yards. I heard a super chat. James Matza saying, good job. At least you could laugh about a mistake. Hey, man, we're not perfect. This is actually my 3rd time calling these games. Mario the expert. I am the protege. And we're getting there, man. Another punt from the Minnesota Vikings gives the ball back to the Cleveland Browns at the Cleveland 41, and the Cleveland are looking to end this game and run the clock out. 1st and 10. Dylan Gabriel under center gives it to Judkins, who gets stopped before the line of scrimmage and gains about, and it's going to go down as a loss of 1 yard. Loss of 1 yard there, guys. Quinton Judkins. Got to keep this energy going. We got Quinton Judkins getting a loss of 1 yard. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 11, I guess. Timeout, Minnesota. The first of 3 timeouts is going to be called right here, guys. Clock's a-ticking. They did a good job on that first play to stop that. Right there. And they're going to try to continue this to get the ball back one more time and tie this game up. This is going to come down to it, y'all. It really just comes down to if they can get this 1 or 2 first downs. We got 2 timeouts and a 2-minute warning left for the Minnesota to conserve time right now. That's right, Carl Owens. 55. We own that stuff. Here we go. Dylan Gabriel under center. I formation. We'll see how it goes. And he's going to hand it off yet again to Judkins, who once again can't find a gap and gets stuffed for a -1 yard play. That'll make it 3rd and 12 and another timeout called by the Minnesota Vikings. And that'll be their 2nd timeout, leaving just 1 remaining. The clock is currently at 3 minutes and 19 seconds. At the 2 minutes, we will have another stoppage of time. 2-minute warning, 1 timeout for Minnesota. Browns still have 3, so if it comes down to it and they need them, they can use them. But as of right now, I don't see why they would. A first down would be almost game. Almost game. If Quinton Judkins can find the this first down marker, then he can end this game. What'd you say? Jerry Jeudy, 60-yard touchdown. Okay. All right, it's an empty backfield, actually. This could happen. 3rd and 11, empty backfield. Dylan Gabriel going to plan on airing it out. He looks right and sends it, and he's honestly, Dylan Gabriel's not looked phenomenal in the passing game today, guys. He's doing in deep passes, really. He's having trouble airing the ball out. Mid-range passes, hitting those tight ends, he's hitting those whenever he needs to. But those long-range passes, he's overshooting the majority of the time. Yeah, that's incomplete pass. It's going to be 3 minutes and 16 seconds left of this fourth quarter, and they're going to line up to punt this ball away to the Minnesota Vikings, who's going to have probably one last chance to tie or win this game. Here we go. The punt team for the Cleveland Browns is doing really well today. Minnesota Vikings take the ball at the 20-yard line or so and get stopped almost immediately. Alrighty, guys. First down and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings. We got 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining, I believe. 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Minnesota with the ball. 17-14 Browns. We need to get the wheels a-turning, y'all. Vikings need to put this downfield. I want to see a big pass. I imagine they line up heavy on one side, get motion from one end, try to clear up some coverage, and maybe hit somebody on a deep pass. We got Jefferson alone on the left side. Wentz, shotgun, waiting on the snap. Here we go. Jordan Mason to his left. Oh, bad snap. Fumbles it on the ground and picks it back up and gives it right back to Mason. Ooh. That was dangerous. We do not want a bad snap right there. He turned what would be a bad play into a great play, though, with Mason quickly getting 9 yards. That was a sketchy play. I do not like that. Here we go, though. Good recovery. 9-yard gain from Mason. Brings up a 2nd and 1. Let me fix that. 2nd and 1. Here we go. Carson Wentz, shotgun, takes the snap, looking left, sends it in the air, catches what looks to be Jalen Naylor for the first down. Ooh, and the ref says he stayed inbounds, and that will not stop the clock. First down, Vikings. First down. Here we go, guys. 1st and 10. Minnesota's on their own 32. They need to bring it down the field. We got 2 minutes and 22 seconds remaining. Here we go. Wentz, shotgun, 2 receivers right. He's looking left to Justin, and he doesn't find him. Finds Hockenson, though, in the middle and pitches it up for about a 6-yard gain. 6 yards for the TJ Hockenson right there to bring up a 2nd and 4. 2nd down and 4 for the Minnesota Vikings as we enter the 2-minute warning, and that'll be a stoppage of time. Oh, what do you guys think? Do the Vikings do it? Do you guys think it's overtime? Do you think it's game over? Do you guys think it's a Viking W? Have you liked this stream? Have you? I know we've been here for a while. I've been here since 7 a.m. I'm sweating. This is intense. This is a good game. Holy cow. How are we doing? Will the Vikings get upset, says Mario. I hate that question. We got Browns win, says Danny. Eric saying Browns win. Oh, no. Lusix Youngin saying game over. Doug Ross saying, oh, heck no. David Crosby, thank you, man. He says very good at calling the game. I appreciate the comment, man. We trying out here, my dude. GTC Real saying can't let Detroit run away with this division. Can't give Jefferson 2 minutes in the fourth quarter, says Motu. You could do a lot in 2 minutes, man. But he still got one timeout as well. John Buckingham saying, I don't do football ever, but you've kept me entertained. Let's go. Let's effing go, John. I'm out here trying, and I'm glad you're having a good time. Wally G saying, throw a strike, Vike. All right. Quick little check of the schedule, guys, in case you're wondering. Vikings, immediately after today, are going to finally get their bye after a big 2 weeks in Europe, and then facing Eagles immediately after. What a heck of a matchup that'll be. Big difference than this week, but I think the Browns are technically the better defense, so we'll see if they can do better against the Eagles. Who knows? Chargers, Shooter McGavin over there, frickin' Chargers. Justin Herbert's been having a great year over here passing the ball. Just the same with Jared Goff with the Lions. So you got all these games. Week 7, Sunday, 1 p.m., Eagles and Vikings. Week 8, Thursday night football, Vikings and Chargers. Week 9, 1 second, I got to put your little message down. I can't see it. Sorry about it. No, you're good. Vikings and Lions. Week 9, 1 p.m. And Week 10, we got the Baltimore Ravens against the Vikings at home. Vikings at home in the Dome. In the Dome. We'll go over the Browns next 5 games in just a minute, but we are getting back to it. We are getting back to it, guys. It is 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Minnesota's on their own 38-yard line. We need a few yards for this first down. Here we go. Carson Wentz, shotgun formation. Mason to his right, 3 receivers left. And here comes the snap. He's looking left. He finds somebody in the middle. It's going to be Hockenson, who's going to catch the ball and get plenty of yards after the catch. It's going to be called a 14-yard gain, and that's going to be a first down, Minnesota Vikings, to bring up a 1st and 10 on the Cleveland 48-yard line. And they're going to keep this ball moving. I do not believe they called a timeout. It's going to be a hurry-up offense. They're immediately lined up back again. Shotgun formation. Mason to his left, takes the snap, looks right, sends it in the air to JJ, who catches it in heavy coverage. Somehow, with a jumping catch, there's no way he caught that ball. That was incredible. Turns around midair, catches it. Guys all over him. Holy cow, phenomenal. Justin Jefferson with a beautiful catch to bring up 1st and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings. First down, minute and 10 seconds left. Oh, and it looks like the Browns might have called a timeout here. It looks like it, man. As of right now. Ooh, baby. But I'm also hoping. Mario says he thinks it's OT. Mario says it's probable OT. I think Justin Jefferson puts the dagger in. I think Carson Wentz, Justin Jefferson connect, and they get the dagger. I want to see that dagger. We are currently in a timeout called by the Cleveland Browns. They're getting nervous. They didn't want that hurry-up offense to put them in the dirt real quick after that Justin Jefferson 21-yard gain to put them on the Cleveland 23. No, not the 23, the 27. The 27. 27, 28-yard line is where the Vikings are at. Carson Wentz in the shotgun formation. Empty backfield. No one around. Looking left, finds Jalen Naylor on a little screen by the sideline, who gets about 5 yards before stepping out of bounds and stopping the clock at 1 minute and 5 seconds. We got 1 minute and 5 seconds. It's 2nd down and 5. 2nd down and 5, guys. Here we go. Ooh, snap. Here we go. My nerves. I'm excited as heck right now, dude. I'm excited as now, right? 2nd and 5, guys. 3-point lead from the Browns. Carson Wentz in the shotgun formation. They're on the 23-yard line. He's looking left. He's looking right. He finds Mason on a little swing route who gets about 2 yards, and I don't think they're – ooh, did he call him out of bounds? Down in bounds.
But they're gonna keep the clock. They're gonna stop the clock, which is insane to me.
No, yeah, they stopped it. Yeah, it looked like he was down in bounds. They called him out of bounds right there. Mason dives for the sideline after a 2-yard gain to bring it 3rd down and 3. And they,
I'm screaming at that official.
yeah, for that stoppage, that's crazy, bro. There's no way. There's no way they should have stopped that clock.
Amongst the fancy, I'm living well.
Both coaches are talking to refs. Both coaches are like, dude, that was an awful call. Even Kevin O'Connell was like, you sure, man? I don't think he was out, but thank you. All righty, guys. There's just conversations right now between the refs and the coaches on both sides of the field. It's very, very calm arguments. It's a very European argument, it looks like, is what's happening right now, guys. I don't know, though. There's no anger in either of the coaches' faces, but there should be.
Yeah, get that clock started. Why would they stop the clock? You idiot.
Well, he actually might have went out. He went out. Bro, the knee did it.
He's down right there.
Whoa, that's close.
That's out right there.
Dang, he actually did go out of bounds, didn't he?
No, I think it's inbounds. That is inbound. The ball.
Oh, the ball, yeah, it's over, but yeah. No, So they are starting the clock. We actually added 2 seconds. So what should have been a continual clock at the 57 marker has now been returned to the 59-second marker, where they still don't start the clock. Okay, anyways, Carson Wentz under center, Mason in the backfield, 2 wide receivers right. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Motion from Addison all the way to the left side. Fakes the handoff, passes it to the left, catches Addison, but he stays in bounds. The clock's a-ticking. They're going to go for the hurry-up offense. That was a first down for the Minnesota Vikings. First down. Here we go. 4-yard gain for Addison on that pass, y'all. 4-yard gain. They are now at the Cleveland 17-yard line. They are in the red zone. They are in the red zone. Here we go. Is that another? That's another timeout from the Cleveland Browns. I'm actually curious about one specific thing on this head-to-head. The Browns took the timeout there, man. The Browns are now out of timeouts before the Vikings are, which is very interesting. In case you guys weren't aware, let's see. I have the Browns thing right here. There it is. Browns defense, guys. Red zone efficiency, not great. They give up 3/4 of red zone plays. That's what I was wondering, and I found it. Here we go. Back to the drive chart. Carson Wentz in the shotgun formation. Let's see if the Browns statistics hold true. He finds Addison on a little swing route, and he's going to dodge 1 tackle, but not the second. Gets brought down by 2 defenders after a 5-yard gain. The clock is still rolling because he could not stop out of bounds. Oh, here we go. I got it. Thank you. Here we go, guys. 34 seconds remaining. 2nd and 5. Carson Wentz takes the snap and shotgun. Sends it to the right side. Finds Addison. Touchdown, Vikings! Catches it on the right side. Let's go. All right, Carson Wentz finds Addison. Is that Addison's first touchdown this year? Did he get one last game? He got one last week. 2nd touchdown for Addison of the year after missing 3 straight games. Let's effing go, baby. Vikings take the lead late in the 4th quarter, and now the Browns are regretting using those 3 timeouts. Hey, James Matzas, Lions fan. Vikings today for my pick. Nice. Good job, man. Good pick for the Vikings. Just so you know, guys, that puts the Vikings on a 4-point lead, and the line is 3.5 points. They do get the extra point right there. They do put up the extra point. That means currently the Vikings are covering by 0.5 point. Vikings are covering the Vegas odds by 0.5 point right now. Wow, oh wow. We love to see. What did I say all last week? Vikings are a 4th quarter team. Let's go. All right. Carson Wentz is so psyched. They got the extra point. Yeah, 21-17, guys. 21-17. 4-point lead for the Minnesota Vikings. The Browns have 25 seconds. 25 seconds with 0 timeouts because they decided to use all 3 on the Vikings drive, which blows my mind. Vikings set to kick this one away. Here we go. Big defense, y'all. Big defense, guys. In case you guys are wondering, we're about to be live again right after this. Browns get the ball. Bring it back to the 20, the 25, the 30 before being brought down. Looks like he makes it to the 29. Yeah. So this is going to be 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line, guys. The Cleveland Browns have the possession. It is 4th down. 21 seconds remaining. I mean, if we're the Vikings, it's pretty obvious what you do here, right? You got people on the sides. You got safeties, cornerbacks everywhere. You should have barely anyone on that line. 21 seconds, 1st and 10. A field goal will not do it. They need the end zone. Gabriel takes the snap, drops back, scrambles in the pocket, finds Isaiah Bond, and they get a first down. They keep it moving. 8 seconds, and it looks like they're going to spike the ball here. 7 seconds, a big play by Gabriel. His biggest pass of the day, I believe. 24-yard gain, finding Isaiah Bond on the left side of the field and make it happen. Oh, baby. Jerry Jeudy touchdown for the win, says Mario Manuel. Here. All right. Here we go. 7 seconds, guys. This could be the last play of the game. Dylan Gabriel, shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Here we go. He takes the snap. Looking, scanning, finding, so nobody sends it. Hail Mary to the end zone. And the Vikings are going to catch it. And it's going to be an interception. And that's the game. Vikings win. 21-17. What's happening?
They blew the whistle prior to the snap. There might be a false start.
Oh, there might be a false start. What are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, guys. So prior to the snap, Kevin O'Connell called timeout. What?
He's gonna give the Browns a second chance to do the same thing now.
So that play, ignore it. Ignore the play. Kevin O'Connell was trying his hardest to call timeout, I guess, and he should have believed in his team.
The official was saying you have no timeouts, but he does.
Yeah, that was his last timeout. Vikings use their last timeout to eliminate the game-winning play, and that'll bring it back to exactly where we were. Oh, my gosh. 7 seconds left. 2nd and 10 at the 50, the 49, at the Minnesota 49. It's a do-over, guys. It's a do-over. I agree with you, Duncan. Do-over. Here we go. Do the same thing. Dylan Gabriel, shotgun, takes the snap, scanning the field, sends it up the middle. He finds Fannin. Is that Fannin who gets tackled? No, that's not Fannin. But that's game either way, guys. They are going to get a pass completion, but that is going to end the game. Vikings win. What a game that was, y'all. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. My name's Santino, and this is the first of 4 games we're doing. If you didn't know, in about 15 minutes, we're starting the next one. We'll be live in moments, actually, with Mario Manuel right here. And if you didn't know, we got the boys up next. We got the boys. My boys got the win. Maybe these boys will get the win. My name's Santino, guys. It was a pleasure. Let's effing go.